Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Feel Good Friday, and we are ready to go with a little bit of WWE Smackdown tonight. Folks, it's going to be a good one. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into here at the Wrestling for Life Network. Make sure you get in that chat, click all the buttons, like, share, subscribe. Be a part of the family, be a part of the shows, as it's going to be a good one, folks. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your Feel Good, and let's go. Like now. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you WWE Smackdown tonight on the road to Crown Jewel. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Crazy times in the wrestling world and a whole lot of fun in the IWC. But welcome back. I hope everyone else is happy, healthy, and safe. You're feeling good. You're doing good. Me and that pretty face have you for the next couple hours. And if you don't know who we are, well, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and we have your favorite tag team match main eventing tonight here, sir. But I think the biggest question on SmackDown is who's going to challenge Sammy in the open challenge.
Oba Femi, let's go. It's too soon. It might be too soon, but
well, that I've seen because I saw the chat before we went live that we're discussing it too. Of if it's Oba, because I want Oba, does he have to win it?
I think so. We're pretty damn close. Like, how's Sammy get out of that one? Yeah, I think if Oba comes out, you send him out with the purpose of destroying. So I don't know, man. It could be. We talked a lot about him departing NXT and losing the belt to Ricky. So let's go. Let's go.
I think we will see him called up on the main roster at some point. But again, how does he lose? Is he weakened a little bit if he loses to Sammy on his debut?
Probably not the best of booking choices. That's why maybe delay it. Let him have a little bit of R&R. Let him take a little bit of time off. Have Sammy run through a few names before then he shows up and he takes it. Sammy gets a cute little run and he gets kind of put over huge.
Well, what if we even say just get it next week instead of this week? Because I saw C Money, and I know we'll say hi to the chat and later on, but mentions Leon Slater could be the one that does it. Of we just had Javon do it, now you get Leon Slater right before he's about to, have the big match at Bound for Glory and everything, and we've got the whole TNA tie-in crossovers.
Yeah, I mean that's interesting in the sense of anything you can do, I can do better kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. It would be a holy shit kind of moment. Surprise. Maybe some of the fans in the building might not have the best of knowledge of Leon Slater, but for most of us, especially watching NXT this week and such, it'd be kind of a cool one. I could see that.
Yeah. Obviously, there's not going to be as many people that know him as they do Javon Evans, but it still might be kind of that same vibe of still not a ton of people might know who Javon even is, and you're going to have Sammy working with a young kid, so to kind of introduce him to the audience.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice way to do it, especially if you think there's a future there. If you see something in him, I mean, there's a lot there as far as his upside goes. So maybe they see it as potential, Nick, and they want to do something with it, but it'd be a kind of a cool exhibition.
Yeah, I think for sure. And it's still, you're working with a vet like Sammy. Like, that's even back to the Oba thing. If Oba does come in and just win it, does it make sense that he goes over a vet like that and Sammy can do something else right now? Like, how long does the open challenge last?
Well, I hope it lasts for a while, honestly, with the exception of the Oba thing. I'm perfectly good with it. I think Sammy's a good champ. You're guaranteed a good match when he has an open challenge. So maybe you don't do it every week, but you do it like this would be the third or fourth week in a row. Maybe you take a week or two off, bring it back a couple weeks later. But I have no problem with Sammy being the champ, and I have no problem with Sammy putting over guys that could use it. We've had a couple good bangers already. Javon gets put over huge, looked really good against Sammy. I like it. I like it in his hands right now.
But speaking of things that you might have a problem with, how do you feel about the main event tag team match?
Ooh,
Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes versus the Brawns.
my only major issue is, I mean, I think a lot of us have an idea where this is going.
Hmm.
To me, the writing is on the wall. Maybe it feels a little too obvious, but I think there might be a cooler way to get where we're going. But if it is to set up Randy Cody, um, I don't know that you needed to use the Vision to do so. And if it's not Randy Cody, then what's the plan here? Is Randy a part of this Uber babyface alliance that come together to take on Seth and Brock and the Vision and all the fun stuff? That becomes the question. But you were seeing a lot of main events with the same people. And I know others have said it, and I've defended things in the past, but especially on Fridays with SmackDown, it feels a little bland. And last week we weren't overly thrilled with the show. So when you tell me on a Tuesday that I'm going to see the same people that were in the main event on Monday who lost show up on Friday to fight two other guys and could lose again, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like it.
Well, that's the thing is the Brawns have become very redundant. I know we've said before it was fine, and then now it's just reached that point of it's gone far too much. Of like you said, of they just lost on Monday. We already then turn around and haven't announced that they're going to be taking on Randy and Cody, which if we are going to get the Randy turn, you definitely didn't need the Vision or anything like that to be
No.
involved in any of this.
Yeah.
You could have had that been entirely separate onto itself.
Yeah. Like how easy, Nick, would it have been to, we've seen it before. Like, Cody bumps into a Carmelo Hayes or a Miz and they have words and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll see you in the ring. And somewhere along that match, either after Cody gets the win or as Cody's going to get the win, RKO out of nowhere, everybody loses their goddamn snacks. Like we didn't need to do the tag team match to get there. Now, again, if we're wrong at the end of the night, then we'll have to, kind of see what the alternative plan that they ran with is. But if this is just to set up Randy Cody, like you said, it was unnecessary.
Yeah, well, would it be setting up Randy Bronson? That would be the only thing because I feel like if we're going to do, we would do Braun Roman,
But I feel
Bronson,
like,
Randy.
sorry to
I don't
interrupt.
want it. No, you're good.
Okay. I feel like they're setting up Bronson Roman more than setting up Braun Roman.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, though. But then again, we see them so much that we don't know what is truly the main feud that the Brawns are going at. Are they just taking everybody out here?
Just taking everyone out of it, seemingly at this point. And I mean, there is an issue. We had the whole Shula Fala thing. And again, I think Roman just keeps getting popped with tsunamis. So we'll see how this plays out. I mean, there are a lot of things in works, a lot of balls in the air, if you will, marbles. But, ultimately, this could lead to Survivor Series. This could lead to War Games. By the way, let's debate on who invented the War Games or, other things like it.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there, Nick. It should be a fun one tonight. As far as announced goes, we know the tag match, Sammy Open Challenge. Tiffy's going to be here tonight. And Sammy twice, apparently. So nice that we did it twice. But yeah, not much announced.
But that's again going back to how you mentioned before. SmackDown's been a little bit of a slog at times now. Of it hasn't been the best. It's been getting mollywopped by Monday nights. So in not having much announced, like having one, maybe two real matches announced and everything else is just segments, that's not what's going to really want to pull me in.
Right. Yeah, you got a point. So we'll see. We'll see how tonight plays out. Bradley, the giver of gifts, dropping another membership out there. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate all the love. Top 3 from last night. Speaking of giving out the love, Spaz, Big Dog, and Unbroken. Thank you for contributing. Thank you for getting to the top. That's your little crown in the YouTube chat. Been on fantasy too much lately. Yeah, get in there and get to the top. Super chat, super stickers, get you bonus points, and you can be in the top 3 as well. One last thing before we say hello to the people, Nick. Last night we had a lot of fun. We had British Nick in the house, and we had a good time playing a little Wing of the Ring with a twist as we did the Wrestling Trivia Challenge Spooky Edition. Had a lot of fun with this one. You retained your crown, sir. Congratulations. And some funny clips coming out of last night of us eating the most grossest shit on the planet.
I still love that at the end, I tried to just take one for the team and eat a stink bug jelly bean, which, yeah, that was an option. And then you two both ended up still getting it. And I just got like roasted marshmallow or something. I think I ate a total of maybe 2-3 jelly beans the whole show.
That's crazy. But yeah, no, I ate more than that, and they sucked. A lot of them sucked.
Right.
I
Well,
think I got pear and tutti frutti that didn't suck. Everything else sucked.
well, and that's the thing is you guys
Okay.
got black licorice, and it was actually supposed to be the good option, and you both hated it probably more than anything outside of stink bug.
Right. Not good. Not good. But go check it out, folks. It is in our library down below. Check the video out if you haven't seen it yet. Plus, check out all our other stuff, our interviews, our fun stuff. But let's get to the people as we have about 15 minutes before the start of the show, folks. And I got Timmy in the house. I got Jason in the house. How you doing, Jason? How you doing? Today is Smoothie Day and World Smile Day. I hope we have a smile at the end of this. Blended goodness and happy faces. National Cinnamon Roll Day. There's a good one.
How many things are given one specific day? Like, do we have like 17 national days today?
That's what I'm learning.
Yeah, it's the advent calendar the chat thought we needed.
Right. What's up, Zach? What's up, MDB? Welcome back, sir. What do you call a dog that can do magic? A labracadabra doodle. I added the doodle part, so that's kind of cute.
Dad joke of the night.
Dad joke of the night. Wait, do we have a little? We gotta have something for it.
All right.
All right, that's enough.
Well, yeah.
Always, you're back.
Apparently, that joke killed MDB.
You killed. But yeah, no, thank you, MDB. We appreciate you, Eric. Welcome back, as always tonight. As a Nationals fan, oof. Myself made the best team win between KJ's Blue Jays and Nick's Yankees. I asked for it. We prayed for this, and I got it.
And it happened. The Yankees win.
All day.
The Yankees win.
Right. All day, people were trying to bond the Blue Jays and the Bills, and you were having none of it. You were having none of it, sir.
I told you it is go Yankees no matter what. If you somehow beat
Back
us,
in the wrong
I will
horse.
to the Blue Jays all along the way. I felt a little betrayed by the Buffalo Bills, but then I made sense of Toronto's a lot closer to Buffalo than the Bronx is.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. First game goes tomorrow in Toronto. So go BJs, go.
Oh no.
Cherokee George, welcome back. Let's go. Let's go. Kind of pulling for San Diego Padres. Oof. Nah, let's go. Whoever wins this series will win in the series.
Exactly.
However, always Kansas City. F Kansas City. I have no love for Kansas City. Not now, not then, not ever. Sorry.
I hate the Chiefs more than that, but yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Cherokee on a roll. Yo, Adrian, what's up? How you doing? C Money's back with us. Leo Slater for Sammy Open Challenge. He got pulled last minute from Rev Pro. We got that one. Can't wait to see Sammy Open Challenge. Damien, welcome back. Chris, as always. Trey, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Christian Power. What's up, everyone? KJ and Nick. Earlier on Twitter, I used bet between you two that if KJ's Blue Jays win, Nick would have to be DBZ character. Dragon Ball Z, okay, Dragon Balls. Let's go character. But if Nick wins, he would choose KJ the costume. I'm a little teacup.
I don't know about any of that, but Christian, thank you, and always up there with the strangest comments of the night. I feel.
Right. Why do you get Dragon Ball Z and then I get
you're choosing? You want to drag in your balls on me? Is that what you're trying to say over here, sir?
I can be Goku. Let's go. Chubby Goku.
You gonna keep your pickle low?
Z-Man, welcome back. Damien, welcome back. Dennis, Dale, OG in the house. How you doing? How you doing? Crimson, Ronan, welcome back. Welcome back. The new incarnation. Josh is with us tonight. Bradley, welcome back. Good to see MDB. You keep that to yourself, sir. I want to hear your shit. Jake, welcome back. Stoner Jesus, good to see you.
May the blood be with you, sir. Yeah, well, yeah, you said Stoner Jesus. It's been a minute, so may the blood be with you and also with you.
That's it. It's been so long, we almost forgot. I'm gonna grab a drink.
There you go. I'll read this one. Spaz with a $10 super chat. Huge plug. Pause. Our preview for Showdown is available now, and from that I pulled a clip about politics and pro wrestling, for which I made the best thumbnail ever. Parentheses. Not as good as Brother KJ, but still parentheses.
You rock, bud. Keep going.
Shout out Spaz. Check them out when we're not live and everything like that. Him and Jake too as well.
Shout out Jake.
Don DeMarco.
Jericho answers the open challenge would be the best shit ever.
Well, we haven't still talked about Andrade El Idolo, who I know you might have thought was Chris Jericho initially, but
oh my god, I definitely thought it was Jericho. I definitely did. Just the way his hair draped at first, I thought, oh, that's odd. But I mean, I feel like the fans have to stop using terms that they don't get, i.e., fumbled. Stop using the word fumble.
For a bunch of non-athletic people to use athletic terms like fumbled and everything, use sports terms that don't watch sports, I don't get it. But yeah, no, the fumbled thing is just ridiculous. I don't get the whole Andrade's just still on this cycle of people are already saying he's getting ready for the 2027 Royal Rumble. Now that he's in AEW.
Yeah, it's shocked. Did not think he would go back. I mean, I felt like he didn't leave AEW on the best of terms. So the idea that he just turned around. And again, okay, so Andrade comes in and people are making a big deal that he beat up Kenny Omega. But again, he's just one of 13 members of the Don Callis family.
Is it 13? I thought it was 14 or 15, because don't forget Wardlow's out there on the bench too.
Oh, yeah. Technically, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
it's in the neighborhood.
Well, either way, it was perfect until they had him get involved with the Don Callis family. I still don't mind that he went back. Allegedly, they already had stuff in place for him to continue on when he was originally there the first time, and then he kind of just backdoored into WWE. And also now it comes out right after he shows up in AEW that WWE decided to not keep him, not invoke the 90 days and everything because of repeated wellness policy test fails, which they didn't say what it was for. Everybody thinks it's the juice. Maybe it was something else, but
you never know.
Well, you look at Brock, you look at AJ, you look at Randy Orton, and I mean, wellness policy might be a interesting term.
They're just on that Joe Rogan vibe. What are you talking about?
That's
cold plunges and vitamins. No, my bad.
That's elk meat. That's a lot of elk meat, my guy. But he didn't look that much swollen or anything like that. But him versus Kenny, I do like. I hated the second he got involved with the Don Callis family. The Don Callis family is way too big and does way too little.
Yeah, and I mean, how do you what's a great thing to do right after you debut a returning guy, that a big surprise, a big holy shit moment? Bring someone else, the next segment, into the group and make him a new member as well, as you introduce Clonogram as a part of Don Callis' family.
Oh God, I was, while you were talking, I was remembering too, they did this exact same thing with Wardlow. They had him come back. Have a big, huge moment. You think it's going to be great, and then they put him with the Don Callis family.
Yeah,
but and then stupid Clonogram, which obviously everybody could tell what was going on if you've been watching any of the shows. Which apparently the announcers couldn't put two and two together throughout any of that, and then they just completely stopped selling it entirely and just didn't say anything and didn't explain anything.
Nothing.
That last whole bit of him like taking off all the gear and everything, the announce team's dead silent.
Yeah. And then finally at the end, they're like, that must be Clonogram or whatever they fucking called him, or Hologram's arch enemy. I was like, what the fuck? You introduce this guy as the arch nemesis, a hologram, who might not be back until sometime in 2026. That
they had to do something with it, though. They've been doing it. They've been announcing it. That's why I don't like. To me, they insulted my intelligence with acting like, if you want me to still watch the shows every week, I should know, or at least probably have an idea that might be the thing or something or whatever. Sell that instead of acting like this is clearly as bright as day hologram when it's clearly not, after you had to have him taken out for the match with OC to happen even. So you're just not going to even sell the fact that he's got an injured knee or anything like that too while you're talking about him. It was just fumbled all the way around.
Yeah, I don't get it. I would have scrapped it and I would have introduced Aries, even if he was the Aries, the newest
Yeah.
member of Don Callis, like the next luchador. Don't make him a masked character. Just bring him in and the guy can rock. So again, sorry, spoiler alert. Yeah, just bring that guy in as himself and let's pretend that hologram never existed. And then when the dude playing hologram's good, just bring him in as someone else and forget it ever happened. Like there's no need for this hologram stuff. It is Carmen San Diego bullshit.
You could literally drop the whole glitch gimmick, which I didn't even fully think of, which what they should do, because it was a couple of weeks, holograms out, fine, we'll just let it go and hope they'll forget it and whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't that compelling to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, I don't know if they have the rights to the Aries gimmick or anything like that. If he does, that might be why he's having to come in under something else. But then still just do another gimmick of have him come out with something close to it or whatever. You can still introduce him as a new talent. You don't have to have him attached to a hologram shit.
Yeah, no, not at all. No, screw it. But welcome back, Harold. As we got about 5 minutes on the clock. Daryl, how you doing? Chris, we got you. OG, how you doing? Jersey, welcome back. Oh, good old JV in the house.
Like that. He's turned into the Dustin Rhodes of just flipping between companies.
Right. Saffit's with us. Let's go. Guardian Anthony, let's go. Corin the long way. Yep. What's up? What's up? Mega, welcome back, sir. Stoner, Jesus, welcome back. It's always a pleasure. Dennis, Bradley, give her gifts. We appreciate you. Alan's with us, and that's just about everybody right now, anyway. But folks, get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Take our link, share it with everybody you know. Let's blow these streams up as we continue to climb, head towards our next milestone. So be a friend, tell a friend.
Absolutely. Well, and last thing is we got about 60 people kicking it with us before SmackDown kicks off here. Speaking of links, we do have fantasy hockey coming up. The draft Sunday at 7:00. So it's in the Discord. If one of the mods or somebody from the Discord wants to grab it and drop it in the chat, I ain't going to be mad at it. But we do have the fantasy hockey league going on as well. So join up. I think right now we're at an odd number. So yes, join, and draft at 7:00, and may or may not be a members only stream for the draft.
Yes, either way, we'll definitely have the draft Sunday night. And we're figuring the rest of the weekend out. But yeah, get in there, folks, and check out that link on the Discord, and let's have a little bit of fun.
Right.
AM,
yes.
just so you. It's AM.
No, it's not AM. Asshole.
Just so, AM. I want him to show up at the wrong time.
Oh, for crying out loud. Louis, what up, Wrestle fans? Louis is back from a very long pause. Yeah, shout out, Louis.
What up, Louis?
Sean Reed, if it's Yahoo, can you send invite to same as football? I can try to. If not, again, it's in the Discord, or I can try and send it to you after the stream, sir. Fair enough.
Let's go.
KJ, get out here.
Yeah. We would have slept in and missed it anyway, so don't worry about it. But we are about 3 minutes before the start of the show, Nick. And again, a lot of debate online about different things. And I mean, Tuesday coming up is going to be a big one. Were you surprised to see, I don't know if you saw it, the clip Uncle Pizza Face and his buddy not really happy with how they promoted Title Tuesday and feels that they're going to get thumped bad.
I mean, can you really blame them? I mean, I know
that's crazy. No, but usually blind, right?
Well, I expected it at least from Alvarez. You know, old tuna there might have been Pat, who's still out there baking in the sun. I would have figured he would have given some sort of an excuse. Well, they're just coming off an anniversary show and
right,
and everything. But he's the one that's like, no, they're going to get beat, and I expect them to get beat because there's one match announced for Title Tuesday.
Yeah.
Now I know it's coming off the anniversary show, but you could have done.
But they didn't
do an anniversary show, so at least build a Title Tuesday.
Well, yeah, it's not like they blew their wad on the anniversary show and they can't recover. As far as we know, it's funny. Mercedes Moné versus a Florida champion or a wrestler from Florida. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah.
Boy, TBD really sparks my fancies.
Does Britt Baker live in Florida? Is that a possibility?
Oh, God.
But I guess we're getting the Hurt Syndicate and what are they calling themselves? That fucking Ricochet's group? On demand.
The demand.
On demand. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, cable provider Ricochet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we're getting a street fight from them. And I think there was one other match mentioned for Tuesday now.
Were they actually mentioned on the show though, or were they just literally mentioned
They're on Wiki
through social media? So that's the thing. That's an issue.
Yeah, like they didn't make a big like. I know the one they did. Is it Tony Storm's going to get a rematch?
Are they going to do that? No, that's Wrestle Dream of Stat versus Tony.
My bad.
Well, no, it's the thing. They advertise more for Wrestle Dream. They didn't do much of a actual anniversary show. They did one video package, and they had Kenny cut a sentimental promo, and that was about it for it to be an anniversary show. And you didn't build the title Tuesday. So what did you really try and accomplish there?
Yeah, and the one thing they did have a segment for on Wednesday was Brodito's going to take on Okada and Takeshita, who earned a title shot. How? We don't know.
Callis, I guess, because Callis has to be in at least a minimum of 3 segments a night.
It's getting crazy. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there, if you can hear my voice, I'm going to politely and respectfully say this. Stop comparing the Callis family to any other faction. In particular, the Vision, bad move. In particular, Shield. In particular, NWO. The only parts of NWO that this resembles is the dying days of the NWO.
Well, I think that's what there's more of the comparables, the bloated side.
On the other side of the coin. No.
It's
so good. It's so good. Best faction in the world. Callis is killing it.
We need to invoke wellness checks on these people, I feel.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Well, speaking of terrifying, I've got the giant Netflix logo flash me in the face here.
As do I.
Then?
Ooh.
Have we finally managed to make it work?
This one might be pretty.
Now?
Brown cow. Let's go.
Do I need to dap or are we good? As folks, we are syncing up.
Good.
Forever. Let's go.
There you go, folks. Nick and I are dialed in. We're watching the show and we're ready to go. You can join us and we will be together. Let's go.
As we are in Cincinnati, Ohio. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just shouting out Tanisha. Welcome back.
Yeah, shout out becoming a member for 4 months. I know she was asking about the hockey league as well.
That's good. Let's go.
The more people that are joining it that don't know hockey like I do, the better.
Yeah,
I'm saying you don't know hockey, Denisha, but I need some people that are more. I need to not be the only like Canadian or avid hockey fan in the league.
Oh, here we go. Opening the show with Cody Rhodes.
Did you see the whole thing about his pyro and why he was like, oh, I don't get a full pyro last week. And then now when he showed up on the McAfee show, they gave him the whole shebang.
Right. Pat's good, man. Pat makes a laugh out of everything. Oh, you're mad about your pyro? Here's all your pyro.
Right here. We're going to make a joke out of it. See how unserious this is?
Right. As Cody coming out in his shirt and tie, as he will be in the main event tonight. But I guess he has some things on his mind first.
Well, you still got to get involved with, the Seth Rollinses and everything because we've still got Crown Jewel.
Right. It's huge. Huge.
Now, do you start Randy Cody right as he's about to go and face Seth, though?
Yeah, do you let it linger? Like, I mean, again, it's kind of interesting because maybe tonight just plants the seeds and it's at Crown Jewel that he.
But they've been planting the seeds. I'm waiting for the shit to fucking harvest at this point.
That's why I thought maybe it'd harvest tonight, but you got a good point. Is Randy could. I believe that Seth, spoiler alert, I believe that Seth is going to win at Crown Jewel. So Randy could be a good reason, one way or the other, for him to lose.
I feel like if someone helps like Seth win, everyone's going to instantly jump that they're aligned with Seth.
Yeah, but that's fine. They can think that, but I think we're just, that's going to have its own path, right? Randy screws Cody, not because he wants to work with Seth. Randy screws Cody because Randy wants the title.
Does Brock Lesnar get involved?
He could. They've been name dropping him left, right, and center. Of course, all this stuff with Paul. It's possible, Nick. It's possible.
Well, that could. There's the alleged Survivor Series team of Seth and the Vision, Brock, and maybe one or two other people. And then that's versus that Uber babyface team you talked about. Of maybe it's a Punk, definitely probably Cody, Roman, and the Usos, all on one other side of Survivor Series War Games.
Right. What's up, Ringsider Anthony? Let's go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, sir. Hope you are well. And of course, the troublemaker himself, Geekbox in the house. Let's go.
I didn't know we were on the Jersey Shore.
Right, Geekbox, you get that taste out of your mouth yet? And the gummy bears too, or the jelly beans? Why do I keep calling them gummy bears, man?
Because you're thinking of the Jackson's tax spot.
Oh,
this man still, even as a subconscious, he's got wrestling on the mind.
Man, I could not shake the taste of that shit out of my mouth last night. It is fucking bad.
The only one I had to have was the John Moxley used bandage one.
Right. Cincinnati.
Well, hey,
well, there's plenty to talk about. Paulie Dangerously.
I was going to say, I don't know if right now if I could make it through another Cody promo to kick off the show. So
right.
Thank you, Paul. And he's got company with him.
You know what? I thought that was extremely well done. What do you want to talk about? Well, there's lots to talk about.
Right.
So well done. But the Brawns are ready for action. And Paul doesn't seem like he wants them to win.
Here's Randy.
Oh, hi. The man just pops up out of nowhere. He's the fucking butler from Mr. Deeds.
I'm very, very sneaky.
Yeah, that's Randy Orton.
Well, he is a viper. He is a snake.
Very, very sneaky.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Let's go.
Paul! Get a little break in that voice. Nearly got the taste out of my mouth. Made my kids try them too.
That's the one beside me if we need to try some more.
Right. That's what I'd be saying all day to the kid. Listen, behave or you're eating another dirty sock.
But then you could also be rewarding the kid though too, because it ended up being like Tutti Frutti or something.
Right. Separate the bad ones. Let's go.
Right. Well, no, shout out MDB was saying of the USA app on his TV died September 30th. What?
Oh,
well,
died.
We got you or use a Vipin or something. I don't know. I kind of want an RKO everybody shirt.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Did you see they dropped the new John Cena shirt that was very much should have been his heel shirt that they did fucking 4 months too late?
Right.
Black shirt with text of John Cena. It's almost as bad as the Death Rider shirt, which is just a white Hanes shirt.
Right. Cody Rhodes is better chasing. I feel like everybody feels that way about every babyface, though, which is there is truth to it psychologically. But I feel like it doesn't matter. I think the money's in the chase. It really is. Not just with Cody.
It always is, but it's also in who your challengers are, who you have to face, the baddies that you have to go through.
Right.
Ms. Home State, we know. I think that was supposed to be in the tune of the Drew Tarzan boy.
Oh, and somebody did point out earlier that Britt Baker's from Pittsburgh. We know she's from Pittsburgh, but does she live in Pittsburgh right now? Where did she meet Adam Cole? I thought she was hanging out in Florida trying to be a wrestler.
No, but she's not a champion because this is going to be where you watch Title Tuesday. Right. Mercedes Moné is going to get title number 10. And we will be selling commemorative Wrestling for Life barf bags and buckets and everything, and paper bags you can put on your head for shame of that you had to bear witness to that. But yes,
Right.
Mercedes Moné on Tuesday, I'm calling it now, is going to be 10 belts Moné. Yep. And again, folks, go to the bonfire link for the merch store and everything. It's in the description on the video and the channel. And you can get your commemorative, barf bag Moné 10.
Right. As Paul's talking very slow.
Well, it's the
It's a
old school,
weird, like real tight shot, eh?
but it's also what you do when you're trying to control the situation of let me talk real slow so everyone in the crowd has to shut up and pay attention to me.
Yeah. And that's it. Like, so he plants the seed. You and Randy can't last.
But everybody looks at Cody's title now. I mean, Jay did it. Randy's done it.
Everybody
This
wants that
guy
belt.
and that guy. Freddie and Frida have done it too. Sorry.
Oh, that's amazing. You made your kid cry. My youngest got the rotten fish. No, the rotten fish was bad. I get the meltdown. It was oily and shit.
You say oily and shit as I have Miz and Mello on my screen.
Yeah, Eminem. Oh,
yeah, Mello don't Miz. But I know we're also tonight going to get the contract signing between Tiffany and Stephanie Becker.
Yes.
I still think we're going to end up with Trick and Mello as a team. Of Trick, probably once he drops the belt to Santana,
sure.
It is up to the main roster.
Yeah, I think they're just using the Miz to kind of punch Carmelo up and get him over as a bit of a baby face, and kind of break away from the Miz. Right, the Miz is the perfect patsy, the perfect pain in the ass. People love watching him get beat up. So the Miz is already dropping like you don't respect me. You're not going to listen to me. There's bullshit. Yeah. Miz getting mad.
Yeah, no, you still just have right now. This is just to keep Carmelo sauteing, as we got Sammy coming out.
So it's gonna be Sammy Carmelo.
Oh, interesting. I mean, we want to see Carmelo. We want to see Carmelo use. We know Carmelo can go, but I always feel like that when you do an open challenge, it's more to. I mean, well, you're gonna help hype them up, but it's like to get over new guys or young guys or under guys. Like Melo's been kind of over and around a bit, so I don't know.
I don't really see an issue with Melo coming out and having a really good match with Sammy, though, especially because we're trying to get him over. But it still says question mark.
Well, that's the thing. Was it Melo just walking around backstage, shirt off and oily already?
Right. Just
because. He was already in his ring gear when didn't have a match announced and wasn't in the next segment.
What's that? Yeah, no, not at all. Like he's just prepared just in case.
Always willing and ready.
The point, the toilet break in this early. They put point. Peace among the mods, please. Yeah, now.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, MDB and Boston are just joshing each other, as they would say, as the cool kids say. But we do go to our first commercial break. We open the show with Cody. Randy comes to his aid to kind of fend off what will be the main event tonight. Paul Heyman planting the seeds of doubt. Could be interesting. Again, I have no thought that Randy is anywhere close to joining the Vision. This is strictly if Randy does what Randy does, it's for Randy.
Yeah, which goes into the whole why is the Vision here in the first place. And we talked about it briefly during the pre-show and everything like that. Has WWE gotten a little bit stale, gotten a little bit redundant?
Again, I think there's yes and no. I don't think it's to the extent that people say it is. I know some people out there want you to believe that it's like been garbage since fucking 2003. But that's it's not the case. I feel like for me, it's been a lot of WWE programming, but because they've had so many programs, they haven't, not a lot of them have felt special. Like, I feel like even the AJ Lee CM Punk match kind of didn't feel special. Like, it just happened. And it wasn't like a lot of aftermath talk about it.
Well, I think that's more the big thing because it was still cooking when it was going to it,
Oh,
when it was
yes.
going to it and everything. I think it's just the carryover. It just stopped right then.
Yeah.
There's been nothing since then. And that's really kind of made everything feel like we're dragging our feet a bit here.
Yeah. No, I mean, ultimately, I think that's like we went from one pay-per-view like into some of the shows. SmackDown, like we said, in particular, has been a little bit lackluster. I mean, you did have Punk show up and bring AJ back on a SmackDown. But yeah, I mean, again, I believe that there's an opportunity to kind of bring more to these shows. They feel too cookie cutter at times. And again, when you're watching a lot of it, it just starts to like, oh, we're opening with a Cody segment, or we're opening with a somebody segment. Then we're going to this. So like, let's mix it up a little.
Well, is that more the case though with SmackDown than it is Monday Night Raw? Because Monday Night Raw, you still get like the IC belt situation. You still have the Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea and Io. Now, granted, Io needs to take acting lessons or just stop acting, but yeah.
Oh, come on, give the girl a break. I mean, it's hard enough. I mean, if this was, you know, a Japanese soap opera, it might be a little easy for her, but give the girl some love.
She had them Lola Vice chopping onions tears, my guy.
Doing her best.
But anyways, I was still saying that I think there's more extra storylines that kind of have things going on Monday Night Raw than there are on Friday Night SmackDown. Like the big memorable talking point out of everything from last week's SmackDown was just the botched finish. There was nothing else really to take home.
Right. And I just feel like we've been on a run where the fans have almost booked better. Like we've had a lot of excitement going in different things as the Bengals are in the house.
Yeah, shout out Jamal. No, that's not Jamar. Damn it. I'm not going to even try and guess these wrestlers or these good Bengals. Jesus.
But Sammy is in the ring. That's why I do like them bringing back the U.S. title matches on SmackDown, because you're guaranteed a good match on the show. Now, I do think their in-ring has gotten better, but I feel like we've gone into a lot of shows like SummerSlam, even WrestlePalooza, where we're like, this could happen or that could happen. And like, they just kind of like had a match and then we went home. Like, there's been a lot of, and I know that sounds like, and I always defend it of like, as long as they give you what they advertise, they did their job. But I feel like they're just doing their job a lot lately.
Yeah, they're kind of just getting over the bar. So it is Carmelo Hayes. And I guess I didn't mean to have it sound this way, but it does feel like it's just getting over the bar with this. Like, I do want to see more Carmelo and everything, but this kind of doesn't feel like the vibe of the Open Challenge a bit. Like when you're coming off of having Javon Evans pop out and be the surprise on the Open Challenge. So far, we've had John Cena and Javon Evans have been Open Challenges for Sami Zayn. Now Carmelo, I was expecting maybe something, maybe a younger guy, maybe a surprise. I don't know.
Carmelo pretty young though, and I got no problem with Carmelo answering this. I don't. I mean,
I'm not saying I had a huge problem. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's trying to establish his own path, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna break him away if you're gonna break him away from Miz, please.
Yeah, here's the Miz skull crushing finale, as expected.
So Miz broke away from Carmelo before Carmelo could break away from Miz.
And that's a Miz thing. You ain't leaving me. I left you already. Well, never mind.
Fire me, I quit.
So who now answers the call?
I mean,
or does Mello go into the match hurt? Which
Malachi.
Oh, I like it.
No, because Priest is going to come out and cost fucking Malachi.
That's hilarious. That's what should happen. Priest kicks him in the face, and then a third person has to come out.
Oh, well, no, if they do that, that'll be great. But I think he'll get through the match, which is interesting of the history with Carmelo and Malachi. But
bro, If they let this happen, it's going to be ridiculous.
I want to see the match. I want to see the
Dude,
match.
I'm in for this. I'm in for this.
This is what Malachi should be doing. Well, and even if Priest is going to be in this division, this is now your U.S. title division.
Yeah,
We
I'm
talked
all
about how
for
they
it.
have the IC division on Raw.
Right? Yeah, I'm all for Sammy versus Malachi. As the bell goes, it's official.
Well, the lights kind of got wonky, weird.
We got a little bit of a flicker, a little bit of a flicker.
Well,
But
it's
ladies
funny
and
because
gentlemen,
Malachi sold it, so you know it probably wasn't supposed to happen
yeah,
because the guy's normally the spooky guy.
yeah, the spooky guy was like, "Who turned on the lights?"
Right.
But
When
we
the
are
ghost
off,
comes, that's when you have a problem.
right? But folks, we are off and running. Malachi Black, Sami Zayn, U.S. title as Malachi accepts the open challenge after the Miz turns on Carmelo Hayes. So, man, I'm pumped. If they let these two go, this is gonna be a good match.
I'm hoping Damien, I saw this and I'm like,
Right?
he's been hanging around in the back for 2 weeks now.
Yeah. Little teases, little teases.
Oh, big boot from Malachi. Who you got for this, by the way?
Sammy.
I'll take Malachi.
Yeah, that's a good shout, but I feel there's got to be a way to get out of this that Malachi doesn't get the dub.
Yeah, it's called Damien Priest.
Yeah. But big kick to the chest, another one. And another.
Damien's been doing all of the media for the Yankees winning, by the way.
Oh, loving it.
With the New York, yeah.
Yeah. Screw you, Damien Priest.
Is that because he has Lola or because he's a Yankees fan? Or both?
Right, or both. Both.
Oh, moonsault.
Nice moonsault.
And the sit out, we go into a commercial. Yep. So are we going to go to a commercial or are we going to just stay in action because you and I are watching the Canadian Netflix? I just got dark screen now.
Yeah, I got a dark screen right now. These little pauses. There you go. Again, I wonder what the mindset was to get rid of the counter, like the clicker. Is it that they want you to tune in and think that it's your current, like, what does it matter if it's live or not? Like,
don't go away, I guess.
I'll be back in a minute. Yeah. So what?
I don't know. Why do doves cry? I don't know.
They should. I don't know. I guess.
Why do birds suddenly appear?
A podcaster bellyacher thing. If you do live streaming of like, we want to know.
But it is first world streamer problems of out here.
Yeah, right.
Everyone in the U.S. is out there dealing with still commercials, and you're like, oh, really? You're bitching that you don't know when the commercial break's going to be done.
It was a handy little instrument.
Oh, it was handy and dandy.
Dark screen equals dark state. Dark state takes out Sami Zayn.
Jesus Christ. Why are you making me want to hate this team again? I'm starting to get behind him, and now you're giving me every reason to dislike him. Jason Ryan, happy National Pizza Month. Is that because it's Italian American Appreciation Month? Is that what you're trying to say, Jason?
That's pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
Shut up, you.
Italian month and pizza month being the same. That's just redundant.
Yeah. See, and Yo Adrian knows that's going to trigger Nick. Yeah. Well, I don't think it was meant to happen. Like I said, if Malachi's the one that's also what the fuck's going on, when he's supposed to be the spooky guy, then it's really not supposed to happen.
Right. Unless he's getting out spookied.
By Nakamura, Darth Shinsuke.
Right. Or Sammy just selling hard.
But I believe during a commercial. That's the thing, is I don't know if we're still in a commercial or not.
Right. But it continues with the kicks. I think he's landed
it on B-roll screens.
All right. Look, I feel like he's landed a dozen kicks. Easy.
Is that gonna? I'm not gonna like that though. If Malachi's most of his offense is in a goddamn commercial break.
But how do we even know, bro? What does it matter?
We know, but do they know?
Do they know?
Does the world know?
Right, big back elbow.
2 count, 2 count. Chris saying Shannon Moore is now in AW. He appeared on their Ring of Honor tapings as a wrestler.
As a
commentator,
wrestler?
an agent?
I used to love Shannon Moore, to be honest, but that's hilarious. As a wrestler is the good question.
Well, and I mean, all due respect, because I think he's even younger than the Hardys who still wrestle, and he's one of them that was trained by Matt and Jeff.
Yeah, true.
Still, the greatest Shannon Moore clip of all time is when he's out there with Matt Hardy version 1, and he pulls the rope down as Matt's going up and doing his taunt and everything. So Matt goes ass over tea kettle over the top.
Yes, that's the best.
That is Shannon Moore's claim to fame outside of that of being in TNA in a tattoo tag team.
Yeah, no, it's too funny. Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh, so now we're back at a commercial. So, yes, all of Malachi's offense was during commercial, and now we're coming back to Sami Zayn firing up.
Well, the bulk of their audience is on Netflix, so they're catering to their Netflix audience.
Fair. Well, you can still watch it on Netflix in the U.S. and still not get what we saw, sir.
That's interesting.
Or no, you can't because I forget it's not Raw. Damn it.
Oh, Sammy firing up.
Oh, hops over him.
Nice.
On the outside.
Oh, we're going to get Flying Sammy.
WCW. Having. Oh. Oh.
Oh, that was a weird spot all the way around.
Well, he just glanced him with it. He more caught his knee probably caught Malachi on the top of his head because he mostly took that on his arm. Glacier is a coach in AW. Oh, all the time. Hey, the company that doesn't want to be WCW hired a lot of WCW alum.
Glacier. Oh, that's an interesting choice.
He was one of the guys that Cody was all about when he was doing his indie shit.
Right.
Oh. Michinoku driver. 2 count, 2 count. Yeah, that good old WCW.
Oh, dude, that wasn't even a Blue Thunder Bomb. He went with him like a
Michinoku.
Yeah,
it was a Michinoku.
Looked like he fucking slipped there for a second. Woof.
But that's the thing is, that these guys are gonna lay it in stiff. Pause. But that this is why we're excited for this match and why we're kind of being quiet during most of this match because it's a good goddamn match.
Yeah, I'm really, again, I like what's happening right here, right now. Like, nice Northern Lights. Oh, what a spot. 2 kicks into the Northern Lights.
2 count, 2 count.
This might be Malachi's best match since he's been back.
Nick, forget this show. Let's sing. Oh, Ada. Oh, no. Big Tony K. He's out there trying to see. Now, do we take the money from Hunter or do we take the money from Big Tony K out here for everybody that says we're shills and, grifters and everything? Who's paying the most out here? What NIL deal can we get?
Right. I can't even tell the difference. But whoever paid me most recently, I think it tastes better.
Exactly. The transfer portal on these fucking shills and grifters and everything must be insane, my guy. They keep switching teams every hour depending on who's commenting.
Yeah, they're not even sure who they're mad at anymore. They're just fucking out there swinging at the air.
Just punching the air.
Scuba, just swinging at the air. You don't even know who you're mad at. You just
Ricky got hit.
Tony.
Oh, superplex.
Yeah, me too, Boston. I'm with you on that one for sure.
Superplex. Yeah. Well, and again, no disrespect, or maybe some slight disrespect to Damian Priest. I want to be respectful because he's a Yankees fan. But his matches, Malachi's matches with Priest weren't this good. This feels back to old school NXT-ish Sammy a little bit. and NXT Malachi a little bit.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, I didn't mind what happened with him and Damian, but this is why I like Sammy as US champion, and this is why I like Sammy doing the open challenge, because you can give guys that have kind of sat on the bench, kind of been a little quiet, you can give them some love. You get Malachi in there, and Malachi has a night like tonight where he reminds everybody, yo, I'm really badass at this job if I just can get in here a little more. So that to me is the good part of Sammy being champ. We're getting a lot of good matches. Like I said, last week with Javon was great. So I'm curious to see. And like I said, you can let this go for a little while and then have somebody like Oba smush them.
Yeah, well, and it's funny because we're talking about it was going to be Carmelo Hayes before this, a guy who needed a little bit of that rub into Zug, of let me remind you again, I am him. And now you've got Malachi out here taking his place after Miz breaks it off, which sets up perfectly. Yeah, I read it. Sets up perfectly for Trick and Melo to be a team again. But this is Malachi reminding everybody, hey, remember those feuds I had with Adam Cole, those matches I had with Velveteen Dream? Yeah, I'm still that guy.
Yeah, 100%. This one's for you.
Yeah, I done read it. Here you go. You got a little Sammy on your chin. Well, fair enough. Trust me, that ain't the first thing I've been accused of eating this day, even, my guy. So, yeah.
If TK started paying shills to stream Meltzer, would be on Twitch every evening at it.
Can you imagine? Dave Meltzer has a live stream. Hey guys, it's Dave here, and yeah, man, we've been 5 minutes in the intro and still hasn't finished a fucking sentence yet.
Oh fuck! You'd have to watch the fucking the show in like half speed just to keep up with
it. 10 speed. Fast forward through that shit.
And then the screen goes blank anytime Kenny or Osprey are on screen. We get blanked out.
Bleep, bleep.
KJ, was this a solid year for WWE? I think it's been a good year for WWE. It's so hard because we're in the thick of it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was more positivity around and maybe more excitement around WWE throughout 2024 compared to 2025. I think there's like the John Cena return and the heel turn and some of the other things that went down, and then a little bit of this malaise over the last little bit. Again, I wouldn't classify it as bad, but maybe not absolutely fucking smoking the way I felt like they once were.
No, John Cena's retirement tour has taken over the year, and its mishandling has really dampened and hindered this year too as well. That's been an issue.
Yeah. And I think John, like that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Like even John Cena's like big heel turn was, and then he turns back, and you're like, like a lot of, I don't hate it, but could have been better. Could have been.
Well, better. It's just I think we were all in on it with the heel turn because we thought we were going to get Dwayne and maybe still fuck Travis Scott and everything, but we were in it to win it, and maybe this might be cool. And then they mishandled it. They fumbled it. Dwayne didn't show up for anything. Two count. By the time we got to WrestleMania 41 and everything, it had already lost all of its kind of steam and momentum. And then we quickly switched him back babyface, and now we're just grateful that we've got this last little bit of time with John that we can appreciate him. And that's been the whole year of WWE, has been just in the orbital sphere of John Cena's retirement tour.
Yeah, I feel like that's part of it. And then I do feel like, I mean, there's a lot of things that happen that if you wrote them all down on paper, AJ Lee returns, the John Cena's heel turn, this happened and that happened. There's been a lot of cool shit. It just, I don't know. Like, it just feels like it's been okay.
Fair. Todd, what up? Oops, sorry, I didn't realize you had bots up. As far as money and attendance and all that goes, WWE had a great year, in my opinion, on the product itself mid-year.
Yeah, phenomenal. Oh,
Malachi, Sammy misses the Haluma Meteora. 1, Two count. This is a hell of a match.
This is where people say WWE doesn't put on good matches. And it's like, but you don't watch it. Like, that's what bothers me. You don't watch it. Shut the fuck up.
See, well, it's so weird because the same people that criticize and say WWE doesn't put on good matches, AEW doesn't put on good stories. Like AEW, if you just blankly watch the matches and don't anticipate any story, sometimes the matches are almost better because you're just watching it independent of itself. It's a really good indie show. Oh, and here comes Priest.
Oh, here comes Damian. Boo. Don't ruin this. Don't ruin this for me.
Haluva! He just distracted with us. So Haluva, Blue Thunder Bomb. 1, 2, 3.
I love that he's using the Haluva to set up the Blue Thunder Bomb now. That's 3 weeks in a row. He uses the Haluva to set up the Blue Thunder, not the other way around, where the Blue Thunder was a guaranteed 2 count, and then it was the Haluva. Now it's the Haluva, Blue Thunder, over.
It's always been a lot of top guys that'll get over with stuff like that. Have that kind of, you either have a move that you can hit out of nowhere, or you have one of those that has the nice little signature setup before it, of like the Haluva, and then that you have the Superman punch into the spear for Roman. You have the spear into the jackhammer for Goldberg, all that stuff.
Absolutely great match. Absolutely great match. I have no problem with the finish. Black gets distracted by the guy that he's beefing with. But Damian didn't have a brawl on the outside of the ring that the ref ignored. Just enough to distract him to eat the Haluva, eat the pin. Good showing for Malachi. And look, Damian clearing off the table, as in to say, I'm not done yet.
Right.
Running.
It's wrap-up time. Did I say that as close to, my mucho grassy ass?
Right. Fantastic match. But Damian getting revenge.
Razor's Edge through the table. And the Prime Station takes a tumble.
I thought he was going to bounce off it. He's stuck. Good stuff. Let's go.
That's a way to kick off Friday Night SmackDown. You circumvent the traditional shit. You had it to where Cody Rhodes is going to come out and cut a promo. Okay, so we'll have Heyman run out and interrupt him. And Cody barely gets a word in edgewise. So there we go. We don't have to deal with a 20-minute Cody Rhodes promo.
True, right?
Then we have Carmelo looks like he's going to come out, and you were excited, enjoyed it a bit more than I did, but we break off finally Mello Don't Miz. Then we get a really good match between Malachi and Sammy that goes and continues the angle between Malachi and Priest. Oh!
Hey, did you see the smile on my face?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yo. We're giving them the opportunity to join the Secret Harvest. You can be a slagent for Chelsea Green.
Man, Soruka and Zarya taking on Chelsea and Alba wouldn't be so bad.
No, not at all.
I know they're looking to get those titles, but let's go.
I like that Chelsea is using Aldis to talk to them.
Yeah.
They're right there. It's that just insufferable shit.
Yeah, just irritating as all fuck. But I'm such a fan of what Chelsea's doing. So keep it going. Keep it going. I'd love to see her as world champ and go on a run.
Right. Has your stuff glitched at all?
Yeah, I've had a couple glitchy moments.
Fair enough. But yeah, and also, by the way, T's and P's to whatever the issue is that Piper Niven's dealing with. I've heard it could be on the worser end. So hopefully she's able to make a comeback.
As we glitch again.
I got Chelsea coming out right now to silence.
To silence. They're having is it stormy and wherever the fuck they are?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
That's right. They're in the
There we go. Now we got the sound coming back in, waving in like a storm.
Right. Well, I'm waving out like a storm, and I'll be right back there.
KJ's taking a pause for the causes. We're getting Sol Ruka and Zarya versus Chelsea Green and Alba Fire coming up next as we're about to go to commercial break. But yeah, again, Boston, fantastic match. I think so far, really good start to Friday Night SmackDown, which I'm glad and I was hoping for. And they finally kind of delivered it. And so Call of Duty Mobile, a game I don't play, now has Alexa Bliss featured in it, and I guess the fucking Undertaker, because crossovers, that makes sense. Todd Bramley, what up, my guy? Happy Friday night, guys. Hope you're doing well. I'm curious to see if the referee from the triple threat last week is going to show up tonight. Oh, I don't. There's still been the whole back and forth as to who was to blame with that whole situation. Was it the ref's fault? Was it? I mean, I still ultimately think it was the ref's fault because at the end of the day, call it like a shoot, brother. Of if her shoulders are down and she ain't kicking out, call it 1, 2, 3. It was still going to be the same outcome either way. You just might have cut off a move. That's fine. I'd rather go home on that moment. Nia Jax allegedly was supposed to kick out at that moment, but didn't. I've seen the whole thing with Tiffany it's like the goddamn Zapruder film with this thing of like who shot Kennedy, of who's at fault with this goddamn botch. They're all at fault to an extent. It's all of who's ultimately or who has the most to blame. But allegedly Tiffany was late or off with a spot and everything, and the whole thing with Jade too. I think her busting her face open very much caused an issue with the timing and the rest of that match because she was all out of commission with that. But it was very bad. They're all at fault in an aspect. And so far, Friday Night SmackDown's already done way better than that. And I'm hoping that we don't have another moment like that that leaves us. That's the only thing we talk about there. I don't know why I was saying that like I was giving a goddamn statement, but I digress. As we are in commercial break, folks, so I will remind everybody, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling out here. Live more than anybody out there. Watching all the wrestling shows from WWE to AEW to TNA to Indies to the GCWs. We literally watch and cover as much wrestling as we can. We'll talk as much wrestling as we can. Trust me. Yeah, be a friend, tell a friend. As we're at 7.55, I believe, right now. We're ever so close to, we're getting closer by the minute, by the second to that 8K, and then straight on the road to 10K here. So let's see if by Crown Jewel, this is a bold strategy, Cotton, but we got till October 8th, as they still keep advertising it, which will be here at 7 a.m., by the way. Set your clocks to wake and bake time. But let's see if by Crown Jewel, if we can hit 8K. As I'm going through the chat. Geekbox proper storytelling. This first match continued a feud for Black and Priest and also started a feud for Miz and Mello. Absolutely. Piggybacking. So Priest has moves of Undertaker, walking ropes, and Razor Ramon. Well, yeah, he does kind of. That's the thing, though. No one in WWE else really does that kind of moveset. And let's be honest, we've all kind of made the comparable of him and Taker, and even maybe a little bit of him and Razor. Just he's a big guy with size. He's got the look. I'm not mad at it. I see what you're saying, but I ain't mad at it. Keep that feud going with Black and Priest. Yes. Get this match, but why on SmackDown? Why not on SmackDown? And this might be a little bit of to where it's starting to bring Sol and Zarya up to the main roster. That's the thing, is we might start to see, we're going to have a graduating class here in a little bit when it comes to NXT. We're already talking about how Oba should all be on the main roster. So we're going to start getting some of these kids graduating out of developmental or NXT, however you want to look at it. But they're advertising Washington, D.C., Saturday, December 13th. John Cena's final match at main event, which is all going to just be 2 hours of celebrating John Cena. But the ticket prices, maybe when KJ is back, we'll talk about that. But I get it's the last time, but they're also a little bit absurd. But anyways, so I got Soul and Zarya about to come out. Yo, Adrian, Nick, I heard Piper suffered a serious neck injury during her last match. I don't know why WWE trying to keep it hush-hush, but they did write her off of TV for the time being. I hadn't heard what the injury specifically was. I think I've heard at least that it was a serious injury, that she might be career threatening, which I hope isn't the case, knock on wood. But yeah, either way, I hope she's able to make a comeback, and that would really suck because, again, it's like the Dana Brooke thing. If you've listened to anything with Tommy Dreamer, of starting to kind of really hit that stride with where they're going and everything, and then the body fails you or a medical issue sneaks up and kind of cuts you down. As I got Soul and Zarya coming out right now, my favorite women's tag team, who need to challenge Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair for the women's tag titles, because they're goddamn mirror images of each other to an extent. And you have Soul, who's Charlotte, and you have Zarya, Alexa. You have spooky gothy metal chick, and then blonde athlete. See Chelsea Green and miniskirt. Got my head in a fluster. Don't let Zack Ryder hear you say that. Don't let Mike Cardona hear you say that. I didn't care for the opening segment, but the match, yes, more of that, please. More. Well, and I think this is going to be a really great match, especially with it being a Sol Ruca and Zarya match, which, by the way, Todd, you asked earlier, the official, I can't remember her name, so I don't want to get it wrong, but she is officiating this women's tag match right now. So again, she's not in the doghouse. She's not, getting pulled off TV or anything like that. She's out here officiating now the second match on SmackDown. But let me know, folks, who you got for this match. Whether you got Chelsea Green and Alba Fire, you got Sol Ruca picking up the win here. Daphne, thank you, Josh. Daphne. Oh, now that's even more fitting with the whole spooky, winning in the ring, bamboozled that we did, last night and everything. Now we're talking about Daphne, but I got Zarya and Alba Fire out here. It should have been Isla, but Zarya's just hitting the Kata Hajime and holding her up on Brett's rope. I really wonder when they do split off Zarya and Soul, how they're going to handle Zarya, because I really think she's super talented. She could maybe be up there with your next Rhea Ripley. Bold claim, I know. Big shoes to fill, but could be a thing. So I just want to see, and I'm not saying taking anything away from Soul. Like I fully think Soul is bound to be a star here. That is clever as shit. The tag in her Soul, and she just does the little handstand over and hits almost a fucking tarantula in the ropes on Chelsea. But yeah, I think this is also to see how Soul and Zarya work on the main roster. Blind tagging to Alba. Priest was the bondage taker and uses Scott Hall's Diamond Death Drop, original name. Plus, Rhea also uses the Edge too. No, she uses the Riptide. I haven't seen her really hit the Razor's Edge before. She does the Cloverleaf like Malenko, but I mean, how many people even remember that Dean Malenko? As we got the salutes as Chelsea dumps Soul on the outside, as it seemed like we were going to be going to a commercial spot, but we're rolling Soul back into the ring here. Harold, I was booted out. It's all good. Harold, I don't know what happened, my guy. I don't think anyone put you in a penalty box, my guy, but glad to see you back, sir. Fair enough. Yeah. So now I've got Alba Fire and Soul in the ring. And again, like I said, I do think Soul is going to be a star whenever they do split up her and Zarya. She was pretty much becoming a star before they paired them up. Ooh, 1, 2. But I want to see what they do with Zarya too as well, because I don't want it to be one of those. That's what we were like if they split up the Street Profits. What happens like with Dawkins, respectfully? Because let's be honest, Ford's going to be the main focus if they split them up. I feel it's how I felt with Gigi and JC when they split them up. It's always going to be. It was Otis and Tucky. Oh, so snatcher on the Chelsea. 1, 2, 3. Soul picks up the win. Let's go. And again, she has probably one of the best finishers right now in pro wrestling because it's got that same RKO vibes. You can hit it out of nowhere, and it's a nice little tweak on it, and no one else does it. Even when Rainey's doing an RKO, you still have the diamond cutters. You still have this. You've got everybody does a springboard cutter, Cody cutter now at this point. Nobody else is doing a soul snatcher out there. Nobody. Tucky just never had it. Yeah, I like Tucky a little bit. Yeah. Crimson, yeah, Snow Snatcher. No man gonna risk the flip. No, I bet you some cruiserweight could easily do that. I like that it's almost become a protected move a little bit. And we cut right to Charlotte and Alexa. Yes, please give me this match. And by the way, Charlotte out here just, how you doing? Miss Fella, I know you're single right now. But yeah, the we're not friends. I kind of like it. I know I've said it, but they work and they're helping Charlotte get definitely over as a babyface. They're adding another layer to Charlotte's personality, and I dig it. Yeah, Johnny, what up? Soul's amazing facts. 1-1. OG Dale, what up? Yeah. Ooh, yes, Lord. How you doing? And I mean, I know Andrade's not going to be there. Oh, and so Kathy Kelly. Okay. And the greatness just continues as we cut to Stephanie Vacuum. So we're going to get Stephanie versus Stephanie and Tiffy with the contract signing coming up next, which at this point, this has to be Stephanie Vacuum wins the match at Crown Jewel, right? Because Tiffany hasn't had that great of a reign. She's just coming off that weird clunky L. Stephanie Vacuum is the one they're pushing to the goddamn moon here. So yeah, Charlotte has class. Woo! She got something. I'd like to see her after class. What? Speaking of a man who's coming out of detention. What?
She looks like she's on the way to class. I feel like Charlotte's doing everything she can to be as young as possible. Dressing like Regina George.
Hello, my fellow youth.
Yeah, like, I mean, it is what it is. But Charlotte, I feel like she's trying to, young herself up a little for this.
Hey, I can dig it. I can dig it.
Yeah, the extension. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I can dig it with Charlotte up there. I was saying, how you doing? I mean, let's see if we can break your daddy's records for divorces too.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yep. No. I'll take on Andrade. I'll have a 5-star match with Andrade.
Right. But yeah, it's setting up Soul and Zarya. Soul is absolutely a star. Zarya, again, I think is a star as well. But Soul, I mean, that Soul Snatcher, she's found a way to make it very cool. The energy in it all is cool. I think the match between her and Alexa and Flair is going to be fun. And yeah, I feel like, Flair got the extensions. She said, I'm going sans panties just for the boys. Shout out. She feels young and vibrant in the absence of her ex-husband.
Well, and she also feels like she's got an energy about her because she's trying to get a babyface vibe, and she's actually kind of getting it. She's actually getting cheered for the first time since she was getting introduced as Daddy Flair's daughter.
Right. Well, Javon Evans better watch out because there's a cougar on the prowl. Let's go.
Wow. Well, and also, I really like the pairing of Soul and Zarya versus Alexa and Charlotte. It's almost a mirror match in a bit to me, at least. You have the blonde athlete that's kind of built to be what's supposed to be the star. You have Zarya, the kind of metal rocker, gothy chick that everyone's going to dig. Yeah.
it's funny, you kind of have that with Tatum and Izzy. You have it a little bit with not as much with Fallon and then JC anymore, but there are kind of a couple teams that kind of have that, the pretty blonde and the
parody. The parody I'm saying of it, like how when you see it in any sort of sports of like macaw, to where someone starts running the Wildcat offense and then everybody starts running the Wildcat offense type of shit.
100%. So Ruka, Raw or SmackDown, she's gonna be in NXT for a little bit still. I don't expect her, even if she's ready, it's gonna be a timing thing with her.
You don't think we're gonna start getting a graduating class? Alba's probably head of that class. We had it with Braun last year and everything. We might see it with Zari and Soul. They move as a tag team up.
Yeah. I mean, my only fear with that is, I feel like they feel like big stars in NXT. Like they're a big part of the NXT. Do you risk bringing them up? You just don't want too many Carmelos. Like, oh, he's so good. Oh, they're not using him.
Oh, but wait, he was getting this U.S. Open challenge and everything earlier. I think you kind of proved my point, of all due respect to Carmelo, but he's kind of become the new embodiment of got moved up and didn't exactly have something for you.
Right. I mean, again, the competition is stiff, especially for the women. I think the competition is super stiff. And unless you have plans on her to come in and do something kind of special, just kind of let her be cool where she is at the moment.
Well, that's why I'm saying you bring them up as a tag team and everything.
Yeah.
You put more emphasis on your tag team division, seeing how Tony just introduced his tag team division, which again, we haven't talked about that with Title fucking Tuesday coming around the corner or anything, by the way, or when we just introduced new titles or anything. But yeah, that's how counterbooking works, right? If Tony introduces new belts, so now WWE must focus on the belts that he introduced and really book their women's division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm a little surprised, and I mean, I hate to say this, but we call a spade a spade. Like we try and be as fair as possible to everybody out there, and to hear Uncle Dave say like, "Fuck," the Title Tuesday doesn't feel special. You called it. To me, what Tony keeps doing is he's putting names on things, and to him, that's enough. Oh, this is special. We'll call it this. And it doesn't mean anything. Like, there's no, like, oh, 6th anniversary. Here's the usual bullshit. Like, that's what I don't get. Like, what are we doing? And last night's show, I know some people every week, it's the best show they've ever done. But, like, it just left you wanting so much more, so confused by the booking. You can't understand why things are happening when they're happening. The main event didn't make any sense. So that's the thing is, okay, great. We're going to do this thing. Then make it cool. So if you want Title Tuesday, sell us on Title Tuesday. And Mercedes versus TBD doesn't exactly cut it.
Not at all, as next Monday, Roman Reigns will be live and in demand here. But yeah, Tony booked Dynamite in reverse order. Also, yes, make sure, folks, you're here for Monday Night Raw, our quarter annual midnight special called Monday Night Mayhem. But yeah, that's the thing is he just does shit like that. If I throw a fancy name on it, it means it's a special show, right? No, you have to actually pay fucking attention to it. And why would you not want to have something with a show called Title Tuesday around titles you just introduced? Who would have thunk it? It almost is so obvious. ChatGPT would feed it back to you and say, idiot, well, you can't do this.
Yeah, and I mean, you could have easily 2 weeks ago, or even let's say just within the time frame, but made a shorter little thing that made sense that culminated at Title Tuesday. Your first ever one. It just that feels like a layup. All you got to bring it, like, tap it in, tap it.
Do a VTR, and folks, on Title Tuesday, we're gonna do a show-long tournament to crown, cool. Who's gonna be the new women's tag team title holders, and say it's gonna be main evented by fucking Monet versus whoever, and say then you've got to have a big surprise and a big thing, but that's already there, so we got to acknowledge it. Yeah.
Fair enough. Nick, we are back to the action. Aldis is in the ring setting up the contract signing. I wish these were like backstage segments or social media segments, as you pointed out. Now, Cody did stop in and see Randy and try and kind of put to bed the fears or the doubts by Paul Heyman.
So we good, bro? So we good?
Yeah, you okay? He's just fucking around. He didn't mean it.
What is it with Tiffany and Cherries right now, and why is it making me want a fucking cocktail or something? Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
Well, no, look at her goddamn attire, guy, my guy. I'm not making up. Last week,
she's a very giving person because her attire is also for the seeing impaired. She's got braille.
her attire is written in braille.
Ludwig, right? Like, there you go. Can I just touch your face?
Ludwig's out there with the grande mask if I can find you.
AEW Wednesday was 4. Is that true? Can we verify that? I had not seen that prior to going live. OG Dale. It cannot be 465, bro.
I will pause this for the causeth, and I will try and see if I can sluice to the feet and put some,
All right. As here comes Stephanie Vercoeur. There goes Nick. I feel like I won in that trade this time. No offense to my compadre, but Stephanie Vercoeur showing up. Nick taking a pause for the cause. The show rolls on, and OG Dale. I had not seen this prior to going live here tonight. I know there was some talk about a new rating system, but if that is, I know people say we don't care about the fucking ratings, blah, 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 blah. But again, the conversation was started by other people. We just got caught up in it. But my Lord, if 465 is the number, that's got to be a kick in the nuts. Right? Like, am I crazy? Am I overthinking this? Does it matter? I mean, from a standpoint of wanting AEW to be a viable, strong competitor, you know, we talk a lot about WWE maybe feeling a little complacent lately. Maybe it's because AEW is not really threatening them much. And I know, but they're counter booking KJ. Yeah, but I think WWE is bullying the little one. They're kind of smacking them around, fucking with them. I don't know if it is as much as competition as, or is it just big brother picking on little brother and flexing? But 465, at what point does it become a concern? At what point does somebody within TNT have a concern? As I got Stephanie and Tiffany in the ring. It wouldn't surprise me if AEW dropped that far. I mean, I feel like there was like a good 500,000, 600,000 fans that were just diehard tuning in, love AEW. You know, that's their core fan base that they've salvaged and managed to hopefully grow on. But seemingly, you can lose more. And maybe there are fans out there that wave the AEW flag or that are a little burned out, a little disappointed, a little confused, a little bored. I don't know. I know there's some people out there that are just like, this is the best shit ever. But at some point, you have to ask yourself as a fan, how could it be so many people saying what they're saying? How can so many people not get it? Because maybe it's you. Maybe you're the problem. Maybe you're the dilemma. Maybe you're the reason. I get that you love it, but that doesn't mean everyone feels the way you do. And at the end of the day, my God, that's an interesting situation to be in. And again, the question becomes, if Collision is doing 200,000, like, what did NXT do this week? Because technically, you're almost getting on the border of Dynamite plus Collision doesn't equal NXT. And this is the company and the fan base that's talking about competing with the big boys, competing with the big bad Fed. Well, you can't compete if you have 900 people at a live event and nobody watching. And I know the other side of that coin is, yeah, but that doesn't mean the show's bad or good. But if the show was good, people would watch. You can't tell me the people that used to be fans that are no longer showing up You can't tell me they're all dumb. You can't tell me they're all fed bots. They used to be standing right in those buildings beside you, cheering. Oh, shit! Julia jumps Tiffy. That is unexpected. And Kiana James has the mic. What's up, 316? Frankie, let's go. WrestleNomics saying Dynamite. Force. Oof. Oof. That's football in the groin. I was saying Boo Earns. What is happening? Yeah, so again, when we talk about competition, NXT has beaten Dynamite. I believe this would be week 49 of 53, if my math is correct. They got a big winning percentage, and Tony's saying it's the best year they ever had. But is it really? And again, I think if the product was cool, if the product was exciting, if the product was well written, the fans that you used to have would be here. Where did they all go, guys? Do you remember when the arenas were packed? Where did they all go? Now, if you are curious, back to this, Keanu James is getting booed. She's saying basically Julia's the best. As right now, Tiffy's trying to get to her feet, but it looks like Julia has an issue and wants some more gold. I love AEW. Don't listen to the complainers. I listen. There again. We just want it to be good, and I wish like nights like last night. We start with all the hope, folks. And again, it's not like we showed up tonight and we were like, "This is the best wrestling show ever." No, we talked a lot about WWE and being a little bit cookie cutter, putting us in a bit of a malaise, maybe being a little bit complacent. That's just being honest. Again, so it's not like we're just letting them have a free pass. But the truth is, I was highly disappointed last night. For a 6th anniversary show, it did not go well. It was not a great show. And you're relying on Callis, you're relying on the Death Riders, and you're never going to draw flies. You're never going to have more people show up. You're never going to sell more tickets with that being the crux of your show. 572. Shit. Stephanie versus Tiffany. Stephanie, Vancouver, and Julia to face on SmackDown. As we go back to Nick Aldis's office, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. And Javon, the young OG's back. So Nick Aldis wants Javon to stay in touch. Ray Phoenix, Javon Evans. Ray Phoenix, Javon Evans. Oh, let's go. Oh, no, they're going to team up. That's going to be a bouncy team. Javon already getting. Wah, wah. Javon Evans. KJ, you have to say Daniel Barry's name. Did I not say it? Did I not? I thought I said it. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Let's go. Welcome back, sir. Keanu James. So tonight, Javon Evans, Ray Phoenix against Los Garza, or Los Lobos, as I like to call them. Javon Evans. All right, okay, so I said it twice. But here comes Javon Evans. I guess I will put a poll up. So another impromptu match. I feel like they could have advertised this match. I wish they would kind of advertise a little bit more than they have been. I get the idea is, well, you got to show up and see it, but maybe more people would show up and see it if we knew it was going to happen. All right, get your votes in. Let me know who you're taking. Are you taking Team Bouncy or are you taking Los Lobos? KJ, what's your thoughts on Ethan Page versus Mustafa Ali? Can't wait for it. Ali's been on fire ever since he's kind of got in his groove with this politician gimmick. He almost feels like what we think Cody Rhodes will be like as a heel, if that's fair. Ethan Page is a pro. I think his run in NXT has been outstanding. It makes you wonder why a guy like Ethan Page couldn't get TV time in AEW. And I think they're going to have a really good match. And it's going to be really interesting. I think Ethan Page is going to slow it down. Mustafa is going to try and use his speed. And I think it's going to be a really good match all around. I'm actually really looking forward to this one, Kyle. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Harold. Appreciate it. Anonymous, is Tony Khan's greatest created gimmick a hologram? As far as I know, it's his only created gimmick, to my knowledge, that this was his creative baby. So your guess is as good as mine. So yeah, I'd say, I mean, technically Clonogram now would be his second. So we'll see. I don't like either. Very creative player vibes. Javon and Ray for the win. Makes sense. Phoenix for gives Evans a veteran to help polish his edges. Yeah, not a bad shout. And two guys that can absolutely go, right? And I mean, you did have Phoenix and Andrade, which was cooking. I mean, maybe young OG working with Phoenix a little bit, being under his wing. Maybe that's something fun to do before we put back the Lucha Bros. Hyped. I thought you said hoed, so I didn't read it last time. But now I realize you had a typo. So there you go. Hyped. No, he's been nonstop. They've been setting him completely on fire. And, we see him fight Sammy, take CL. So you book this match tonight, I think, to give him that babyface W tonight. I could be wrong, but that's definitely what this feels like. A little bit of a get back. Speaking of get back,
and a babyface W, too, because I took one last night during our Wing of the Ring Jelly Bean Challenge and everything. I actually pulled ahead. I am now leading our board between me, you, Anthony, and now I guess Geekbox is
at the
very bottom of 0-1.
Know what you didn't do last night was you didn't have that collapse. Most games
for the first time, I didn't Buffalo Bills myself.
Yeah, you just kept pushing through.
I didn't have to do anything. I just didn't fuck up. I let you two eat each other alive.
No, it was fun, man. And again, it's so funny. And I was talking to a couple of people, and you're getting the chirps of it's tricky when you're live and you're all kind of like adrenaline rush and the vitamins are flowing, and you're just throwing the paddle up, hoping for the best. But we had a great time. Geekbox was a good time, and maybe one day we're gonna get to pull it off with all four horsemen. And we'll figure out what's
got to be 4 horsemen trivia, and I think you and I might have an insider's advantage. 4 horsemen and 4 horsewomen.
Arn Anderson
or horse trivia, which again you would even
trivia. I'm gonna lose for sure.
Non-flashback, but yeah,
right. Well, on horse night we will have IKEA meatballs.
Whoa now. And well, somewhere out there, Brian Alvarez is crying into his Dave Meltzer body pillow of how much Javon Evans is still continuing to get featured. Of this man has become the new rising star within WWE. Of he's out here now, gonna get featured. Of that, he might be part of that graduating class. Of
true.
Does he need a world championship or anything? What's up?
Could he take Andrade's spot?
Andrade had a spot
with Phoenix.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh yeah. Shit, I forgot how great that fucking tag team was. I was going back to his matches with Carmelo, which was also good, but again, wellness apparently. But yeah, no. And I would have loved the idea of them having a match together when you were first talking about. I thought that's what they would do, and I'm like, oh my god, just how can my cruiserweight heart still with that? But those two as a tag team. Oh my God, just call them Bounce and Flounce or something.
Right. Absolutely. Off my game. I'll be honest, man, that dead fish fucked my brain right up.
Was it that or the stink bug? I think that's the thing. The stink bug was the
bug,
most controversial, and then the black licorice because y'all hated it, and I love black
the
licorice.
stink bug was the worst by far. But I'm pretty sure, I think, if memory serves me correct, I got the fish first. And from then on, I was ruined. Like, all I could think about the whole night was what my mouth tastes like.
Fair enough. Pause. Yeah. Well, and I
then, like,
also
the taste like would like clamped
linger.
on.
I had the dirty bandage, and I had to. It lingered with that. Of speaking of a man who I wish lingered around more, or at least probably has an odor that lingers with that stickiest of Vickies. Of Jacob Fatu out here. Tell me, Jacob is not a guy that you would feel just rolls one up.
Sometimes I get high.
Oh yeah, he's on that sticky icky. But him versus Drew, again, fantastic, and it helps kind of catapult and slowly creep and seep Jacob into that world title scene. Now you're taking on a former world title champion or a world champion.
It's so good though. Like Jacob, the way they produce him, and he's such a natural. He's got such a crazy level of just absolute just energy. What's the word I'm fucking looking for? He's got a natural
charisma. Je ne sais quoi. He has the it factor.
Yeah,
he
just commands your eye.
Exactly. He walks in and controls a room. He walks in and you're captivated with everything. I was gonna say if we were going on actual
so over, bro.
What?
It's just the whole situation's so over. And now his new shirts with the Yarmin. It's so good. It is so good.
But this is how you slowly slide him into the world title picture.
Yeah.
And I still, if I was gonna go, if we're gonna follow who's actually probably the most over, would you say Jay's the next tribal chief or Jacob's the next tribal chief? Because I'd go with Jacob.
It's just funny because it's like, how does this even dial in as far as like, does Jacob come back around? But I agree with you. Him having a really great match with Drew, most likely, let's say he beats him. It's a good conversation of like, Cody, my turn. Jacob, Cody is something else, right? But people love Jacob right now. Oh, yeah.
But that would be really cool because you'd have Jacob who is so uncut with it of his shit is real, his shit is raw, his shit is authentic versus straight-laced Cody Rhodes of now how does Cody respond to that? How does Cody hang with that of somebody that is out there throwing out
right? I love it. It's gonna get over. It's gonna get so over. It's like yeet to the next level.
Well, it's got more letters, but we've got Los Lobos, Los Lotharios. How far is having taken on Bounce by the Ounce? And did you see everything going on with Escobar of him cryptically, secretly, allegedly, interpretedly of kind of running out the clock of might be trying to say bye-bye and say nay to WWE?
Perhaps. I mean, could he jump and go with Andrade?
Well, he put out an Instagram post and it's just him looking all, poetic with an hourglass above it and everything.
Right.
But he's been mostly just used as Los Lotharios' manager. He hasn't hasn't had too many matches. Yeah. Does he join the new Los Ingobernables in the AEW, which Andrade should be heading towards, and just kick the shit out of Sammy out of it? Sammy Guevara is Ralph Wiggum at the back of the bus. I'm in danger.
Right. 100%. Oh, wow. Slingshot punch to the face. Phoenix flying in.
Right. Oh, I got him going for corkscrew splash over the top rope on the outside.
Corkscrew splash over the top rope. Oh.
Berto.
Sounds like a shampoo.
I hate that fucking name. Let's be honest. I hate that goddamn name. Javon.
Over.
He literally feels like he has like an extra like bounce, like he has a cheat code or something of that he gets an extra like 5 inches on his vertical for no reason.
Right.
That like MDB bouncy KJ hit the button. I did it
All the
for the rock.
I did it for the rock. But yeah, we're back to the action on a commercial break, though, for some. Javon going for the cover. And again, fun match, unexpected match. There was not a lot announced for tonight. So there you go.
Right. Well, and we talked about it. I heard you mention it before I came back and everything. And which, by the way, MDB, I still need an autograph from your cousin there, Marshawn, if you're going to prove
Yeah,
it.
what's up with that?
My favorite. Well, no, my favorite player of all time. So yeah,
Right.
Man's getting hyphy on the sidelines. Everything. Man's a photographer in the NFL and still giving out, advice to rookie running backs. But anyways,
right.
You mentioned about how should they, could they, would they have advertised this, and that might have, pardon a Tony Schiavone term, put more asses in seats, get more views on, or more anticipation for the show instead of.
Yeah.
Well, they've advertised this, so I don't have to pay attention until 9:45, right?
Right. Yeah, like when you announce like the main event and 2 segments, I'm not saying you can't do that, but I feel like at times there's some matches, especially mid-card matches that if fucking I'm a big fan of Javon Evans or Ray Phoenix is my favorite, and I see something on Twitter that he's gonna be on SmackDown tonight, maybe I tune in. I don't think they're giving enough.
Javon Evans and Ray Phoenix getting advertised as a tag team together doesn't pull in some eyes, doesn't maybe pull in somebody who wouldn't normally be watching. Like, that's the thing, is you can do the 1 to 2 matches and kind of leave everything up in the air when you're cooking and like cooking, you're simmer sauteing. Right now, and much as the weather outside is getting cold, SmackDown's getting cold. So you need to really advertise these matches that are going to cook.
Yeah, I agree with you. Give people a reason. Make it a destination of like, oh shit, I want to see that. What if you're an AEW fan and I won't watch the Fed.
We would have taken probably a solid 5 minutes during our even pre-show discussion and everything like that if they had advertised going into this, or even just earlier today. Yeah. Hey, so Javon Evans and Dragon Lee or Ray Phoenix are going to tag in a match. You didn't even need to name an opponent. That they're going to be in a tag team match on SmackDown tonight. We'd already be having a discussion. And like you even brought up, I didn't even make that connection to where does Javon replace Andrade in this tag team?
Yeah, it's not a bad shout, right? Phoenix, if you had plans for Andrade and Phoenix to do some work together, and you have a plan and you're not quite ready to put Penta with them yet, Javon's a guy that you can kind of bring him into the main roster nice and neatly and just have these real fun tag matches. This is a great match so far. Like, the energy of this match is real fun. When we talk about bell to bell, I'm enjoying SmackDown more than I enjoyed Dynamite so far.
Are you enjoying it more than you did Monday Night Raw? And when you said nice and neatly, I started thinking of, Wheatley vodka. Nice and neatly, grab some Wheatley. But, well, you mentioned Penta. How long till we get the Lucha Bros together? Because once Andrade left, we all figured that's where they were going, and they started to kind of set us on that course.
It's a good question. I don't quite know, because they seem to be having fun as, what is this?
Oh, what the shit?
Like, this is what I mean. Like, this has been a crazy match. Look at that.
Yeah, but no, that was some shit, respectfully. That, like, what would look really cool? An amount to fuck and all?
I like it. I get what you're saying.
That did nothing. That is, but that
the man's in the face.
And so he can finally slam the person and everything. So we just had to hold him there. It was just a whole lot of pump and not a lot of
tandem offense, Nick. It was tandem offense.
Innovative.
I thought so.
Well, again, is that innovation? Did they innovate that in AEW, or did they innovate that here?
Right. It's not very often of defending Berto, as that was a little sloppy.
No, normally you just have the purpose. I tried to make a joke. As Javon Evans just doing the Ultimate Warrior fucking hookup here. Tag.
Wait, I wanted Nick to read this one.
Big Nick without glasses looks like the helper on American Pickers. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult or what I'm supposed to take from that. I thought you were going to give me like,
Off the top of my head,
like Clark Kent,
right?
Superman. Clark Kent, Superman. Not fucking
Holy shit.
Jim Bob, the son of God.
Javon eats the camera. Angel down on the outside, right into her
for the rest season.
Oh, nice grab by the ref.
One,
nice double team. Yeah, Frank, just tag us in a post. We will verify.
Who's a what
boing.
now? Yeah.
Boing, boing, boing.
1, 2, as Garza breaks it up. It got brought up when you were on your pause, I just remembered. So Daphne, the referee from the botched finish last week, still officiated the women's tag match and everything, still out here, still fun.
Yeah.
You know, not in the dog. Well, no, there was some people, Russo, that thought that, she wouldn't show her face around this part of town again, type of thing.
Isn't he like a religious man? Doesn't he believe in forgiveness? Isn't that not something that
there's a man who needs forgiveness? But yeah,
that book he talks about all the time, doesn't that teach forgive? Oh my God, the cutter, the young lady.
2, 3. All right.
The young lady made a mistake at her job. A lot of us fuck up at our jobs all the time. We just don't have.
We do it on stream nightly.
What?
I said we do it on stream nightly.
Right? Fuck ups happen. Slip ups happen. The idea that she should be fired or suspended. I mean, again, if this is the third or fourth time she fucked up a count, yes, let's have a conversation that maybe refereeing is not for you. But why would you, what do you want to do? Like, people are so quick to be like, burner at the stake. You're like, whoa. There was a miscommunication, guys. Like, and yes, an old school guy will tell you, or girl will tell you, you count the shoulders no matter what. But she made a mistake on TV. It sucks. But she should be out here working tonight.
Well, I agree with Harold. Oh, hell, I suck at my job and I still get paid to be there for some reason.
Right.
Kit Wilson, again, still, holy crap, he's a crapple. But
we haven't seen
but it's still even that whole situation of everybody was a bit at fault. That's what I even brought up when I was talking about it. Of what was it? Of the referee, in my opinion, still should have counted the 3. It didn't change the outcome. It just would have shortened it a bit. That's fine.
Yeah.
Nyla, it's a bit of her fault. She didn't kick out. Jade, she can like whatever tweet she wants and everything. Her getting gashed open definitely probably changed the timing and the pacing of that match. Tiffany's not without fault. Allegedly, she was the one that screwed everything up. But yeah, Damien just sends just flying and flailing.
That's pretty funny.
That was good.
It's weapon time.
Marty B shirt,
right? Weapon time.
Man standing. So last man standing between Priest and Malachi.
On a SmackDown. Let's fucking go. Back to Solo in the dark room.
Yeah, how are we? Is MFT MIA?
No, yes. What I do believe is happening, Nick, and we can debate it or not. But what I do believe they're doing now, because I feel like it was a bit of a fucking, like, just shit was happening all the time. Yep. And then they were, it was the bloodline. And then he broke away from the bloodline. Then it was bloodline 2.0. Then it was Jacob was there. Then it was MFT. Like, I think what they've done is pause, take a deep breath. And now they're like, hi, we're soloing, friends. This is who we are. You might have noticed some new faces.
I could literally hear your exact same thought process of one of those. I mean, it's just literally, all right, chaos, everything. This isn't really working that well. Let's maybe slow down here.
Yeah.
Woo-saw. Hi,
Right.
my name is what? My name is who? My name is yeah. So we had a 1 week that was all Tongaloa. We had 1 week that was all Jeff Cobb. I still refuse to call him by his fucking other name. And we've got all of this with Hikaleo. Again, I'm not calling him Talatonga, and I'm waiting for they use the last little bit to bring back Tamatonga.
Yeah, I think it's a good way, like, because we talked a lot about, like, they
Where's the
just
main event already?
is it really? What a fucking show. Let's go.
Adrenaline in my soul. Holy shit, I might like SmackDown.
But yeah, man, I think because it was just so many moving parts. And for anyone out there who didn't know Jeff Cobb, here comes this jacked potato, and everyone's like, who is this guy? And then Tonga shows up, and for the bulk of the fans, who is this guy? Now you and I are like, oh my God, we get it. But there's some people out there that don't fully know it. So I literally think because it was just go, 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 and they took some big L's. Just big deep breath, reset. I think Jacob fought too was the stick in the spokes of all of it. Because he got over so big, so fast, they had to hold up. Like that's what it felt like for me.
Yeah, very much. Hold up. Hey, we gonna rock it till the wheels fall off. Hold up. And that's 100% what they did. Very much like a Nate Dogg hook of they just slowed it down a little bit and added some bass to it. So, and again, MFT at that point had become kind of a bit of a fucking joke and a bit of a comical act almost to an extent. So now you slow it down of all right, let's step away for a little bit. Shit kind of got crazy out there. Let's take a minute on the sidelines here. Let's calm down. Let's grab some Gatorade and let's go back at it like a jackrabbit in round 2 here. And now they can pivot away from this. I think that was a good breaking point from their tie-in to everything with Roman's bloodline to Jacob. Even now feels like he's fully broken away from that story.
Yeah.
So it's like the hard reset.
Yeah, and I feel like it was almost like they were dragging all that baggage with them. So every time we talked about them, it was somehow tied to like the bloodline and is Solo the Roman. Now it's kind of like, let's stop and establish what this is so that we almost break ties. Like, put that luggage down. We don't need it. No more baggage. You're fucking up the relationship. Leave it at the door. We're going to move forward without it. Right. So that's what I think happened.
Yeah, they went to, instead of relationship counseling, they went to faction counseling. Well, no, I was reading Harold out here because I did
My bad.
And no, he gets a star of saying, I really do enjoy the insight and input from everybody on this channel. I mean that fucking genuine.
We appreciate that, Harold. We really do. We really do. For some of the heat we take, we're just honest guys that like to chat about wrestling. Again, we'll talk. Even if you're mad at us, we'll talk with you. It's just, let's have the convo. Let's have the good time.
Well, no, it's even that. I'm still, again, we've had the whole convo. We've been heated between each other, which, by the way, Harold, where's Kumar? Show me the White Castle. But we've even sat there and had it out with each other and everything. There was a time or two to where arguments almost ended this channel, folks, pulling back to Finn Foley. But even then, still, and it's just, we want to be the wrestling fan base that's actually willing to have the discussion and entertain all ideas and everything, because we've worked through every bit of conversation, every aspect we can of everybody has a different perspective. There's been people in the chat that have mentioned stuff that we hadn't even thought about. There's plenty of times to where you, Geekbox, Anthony, whoever brings up something I never even thought of. Yeah. So we'd rather be able to actually out there and have the conversation instead of like, oh, you glazing so-and-so out there. We might still say that, ribbing each other, but like to just get so diluted in the topic of conversation and just instantly boil down to name calling and shit. No.
Nah. And again, I think to simplify it all, Nick, and to kind of boil it down to the bare minimum of it all, it's just wrestling is fun. Let's have fun. We watch a lot of wrestling. We live cover a lot of wrestling. We might as well have a good time. There's no need to. I mean, again, we'll be passionate wrestling fans. when the moment strikes. But we want to have a good time and keep it in context and perspective. So, again, I just think at this point, what do they say? You do something for like 100 hours, you're an expert. Well, yeah, okay. I'm feeling pretty good.
We're not getting even paid, even technically at this point by ourselves, let alone fucking Tony Khan or Triple H at this point. So why would I want to be out here spending 10 hours of my time watching 6 hours of a show I hate? No, I want to enjoy every goddamn thing that I'm watching.
Right. Don't you want the Bronze as tag champs? I think they would be phenomenal as tag champs.
On Raw.
Yeah.
Or do you now are we going back to we need one unified tag champ across all?
I would like that, yes.
But didn't we just want them to be split?
Some people did. I didn't. I mean, I can't remember.
A traditionalist out here.
I like one tag belt because you don't tag wrestle enough. Tony, I talked about it on Wednesday with Tony.
Is that more an indictment on tag team wrestling than it is on the belts?
Yeah, call him A, call him B, because I do think there's been. I mean, you got to book them, and you can't book them once in a while and hope the fans give a shit. Like MCMG, we were pumped to see them, but if you book them once a month, we're not that excited when they show up.
As I got the Street Profits backstage right now.
Right? Dawkins, I believe. Is it Dawkins from Cincy?
Yes.
Big Bengals fan?
Yes.
Facts.
What? Respectfully, why is B-Fab wearing like a corset over a fucking button-up shirt? Right? The fuck is that? Well, and now Ford won't even look in the way of this and everything. I don't know. Like, do they split? Do they not split? Are mom and dad going to get a divorce?
I think they can split, man. I think they can split. I mean, wrestling being what it is, it doesn't mean they're split forever. You know, right now they're hanging on. They need that, you know, they're still hanging tight, but the Wyatts are messing with their head.
Oh,
but you know,
speak of that.
Turn around. Run, bitch, run.
Just so happened that we're in front of a TV screen.
Projecting screen just happened to be here.
And Rowan out here cutting more promos and better promos than Howdy. Why does this feel like the intro package if I'm going to the haunted house for the Wyatt 6? Jose, if you're out there listening, is this the intro reel for the haunted house?
Oh, look, Nikki's speaking.
She does have vocal cords.
Right? But they are fucking with their heads.
I missed when Nikki actually wrestled a good bit.
Right? And I will be honest, I like what we're doing here. The Wyatts are fucking with people. They're winning matches. It's not quite what we thought, but it's an okay.
They're a tag team now. They're a tag team.
Yeah, a little bit. And I mean, there's options. I'd love for like Bo Dallas to, you know, accept the open challenge.
Well, there's been some people that said Uncle Howdy should be John Cena's last match, and that be full circle going into the Firefly Funhouse.
That's crazy.
But we're advertising Perth, Australia, which will be here, folks, at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time in the name of our Lord. Yeah, but we're going to get Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie versus Julia and Kiana James. We're also going to get the Street Profits versus the Wyatt 6 for the tag belts. We're getting all things popping off. So breakfast with the boys. It's not even brunch. It's just straight breakfast.
It's straight up wake and bake with the wrestling.
And we're getting the last man standing match at fucking 8 a.m. my guy. Wake and fucking bake, my guy. For anybody out there that questions if we're watching wrestling, we're out here at 8 a.m. going to be watching a last man standing match.
Right, in my PJs and my bowl of cereal.
Is that the strain you're smoking now? But Todd, I love this. But you guys actually watch the product and do it because you legit enjoy it and not because you're grifters or you want to be right about everything all the time. Oh, I've been wrong more times than I've been right.
I don't think that's true. And, you know, but at the end of the day, guys, I mean, it's not even about being right or wrong. It's about just being a passionate wrestling fan, saying how you feel. And again, I think there's that online audience that just have those like default kind of knee jerk, oh, you're a grifter, or oh, you're a Fed bot. If people would tune in for 2 seconds, we keep you forever. That's the way it is. We're the circus. So it's funny, but that's it. We're just trying to have a good time with it all.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid.
Oh, that's funny.
I hear voices in my head. In
That's
case
a
you didn't know, they all
transition.
sing. I have an
Right.
acapella group in my fucking head, and they won't get out. Working next Friday. Well, don't worry. You can always watch the replay and watch it, whenever it's going to be available. Because trust me, it's going to be at there at 8 a.m.
It's crazy times, folks. It's crazy times. I mean, they've advertised. Again, we're going early. 7:30.
Well, have we seen, and I know when I took my pause talking about Dynamite ratings and NXT ratings and lows for here and lows for there on Netflix and this and that, between Monday Night Football and everything, but the constant time adjustments and when the fuck is the show actually on, and we're going to have it at 8 a.m. on a Friday because people don't work on Fridays apparently.
Right.
Like, is it going to be one of those that you're setting yourself up almost like you're not going to do great numbers with that, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, again, domestically, I think for WWE, it's a bigger picture thing of, that whole side of the world, it's later in the day for them. They can see it. They can watch it when it goes live. And they have the fallback of, the fans can watch it at 8 o'clock. It's on at 8 o'clock on your television network. And, if you stay away from the internet, you won't get anything spoiled. Have fun.
Is this WWE moving from being more a domestic USA product to an international global product to where they've had almost, I would want to look at the numbers year on year. I think they've added more international shows, including weekly shows now and everything, that they've had more international television and more shows airing to a broader or regularly scheduled, time zone internationally than the US audience.
Yeah, I think so in a big way. And I think the global audience has become a priority for the WWE. And again, that's something that Tony Khan can use to his advantage as far as his marketing goes and such. But ultimately, I think, and I notice as an outsider, as an un-American, if you will.
Test, Christian, or Lance Storm?
Lance, let's go. Can I be serious?
Can I be Test? This is a test. He had some of the best intro music, but I digress.
Right. But yeah, no, ultimately, I think because I feel like the American fan base is really irritated by, the moving schedule and things like WrestleMania going overseas, ESPN. Like it seems like a stronger topic from the American fan base because you guys are dealing with it, obviously, more than the international audience for once. So it is a bit of shift. Vince was very US centric, and then the other people, the other countries got a sprinkle. But the new regime, TKO, they're following the money and they don't care where it takes them.
Well, should we see that the UFC was kind of the blueprint for this? So the UFC Vegas was its home base, but it would still do a ton of shows internationally. Of almost regularly, you would have UFC UK cards, UFC's out there in Abu Dhabi, and it's out here in Japan, it's out here in fucking Germany, it's out here there, it's out there.
Right.
No SmackDown rants. No, all the SmackDown rants, all the rants, all the time.
Right. But here we go. The Bronze are in the ring. Cody and Randy in the ring. 77% of the chat is taking RKOD.
What?
What?
Fucking Raggedy Andy.
RKO'd.
I was between that or like it felt like Woody and all that Bullseye.
Oh, that's too funny.
I don't that, no, that's Tony with all of his toys. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Right. We are off and running. The main event is live and well, folks. As Randy's starting this one off against Breaker. Look, Randy's a guy that when he is in the ring, like I even as a grown ass man, I'm like, I just kind of smile, like just all the little nuances. Like
he is the prototypical. He is the litmus test of what is a pro wrestler, of a star pro wrestler, because he has everything. And it's funny of John Cena retirement tour. AJ Styles now probably going to get a bit of a retirement tour. Right. Randy Orton, I ain't going fucking nowhere.
No, right? Legit question: are we misusing Randy Orton in his later years? WWE has booking his has low key really neutered what he used to be a motherfucking menace. Here's the thing: I think because of his later years, I really think you have an opportunity to go crazy with Randy, but also as you get older, you're not as much of the menace as you used to be. So I think Randy's just having a good time in this kind of setting. But I do think there's a run in there. I still think he's one of the top guys, period. And he's still smooth as butter.
I can put Lawrence Taylor out there on every play and just tell him blitz. And probably by the time we get through the end of the third quarter, he's going to burn himself out and it's not going to look the same and everything like that.
Yeah.
Or I can run him out there on this play and that play and everything. Now, granted, I might be using him on some pass coverages, which I shouldn't be doing and everything. So it doesn't look the greatest.
Right.
But no, I think you still, especially with Randy, he is not a spring chicken. He still also had the spinal issues and everything to where he almost was done. So I understand the comment of, could they use him a bit better? Yes. And that's why we hope if they're going to do him and Cody, they do it separate to this. But at the same time, he's still always a top guy.
Right. 100%. I think it's the old case of neutered versus nurtured. And right now I think Randy's being nurtured.
I almost did a fucking spit take.
I almost got you. Right. But like literally that's what it is, right? Like I don't think they neutered him as much as they're nurturing him. My fear is you don't want to be AJ Styles where you're just like nurtured for too long that we forget you're a badass.
Well, and I think we'll get reintroduced to that at Crown Jewel, but that's the thing is I think that's a bit of it of Randy still has enough in the tank that he's not on the back nine. So why don't we capitalize on it before he's at like hole 16?
Yeah.
That guy drop on the table.
Oh, down hard.
So, well, I don't know if we've given our picks. We asked the chat and everything of who wins this match.
I think this match ends in a kerfuffle.
No disqualification. Nobody wins.
I didn't even put the option up, but I think this match might not have a clear and distinct winner. But shit, the distraction. I like it, man. I've been watching the old Survivor Series. I watched the first 3 over the last couple of days. In my free time, I've been just throwing on the Survivor Series in the background, and it's funny to watch just like a lot of the gimmick in the game, and like the cutting the ref off, playing with the ref, and we need more of that shit. That's where we talk about some of the wrestling kind of lacking that rule, that control. It adds so much fun to a wrestling match.
That's the thing is, and I don't know if it's honestly, and I don't want to age ourselves or anything, if it's one of those of have watched, and that's where we grew up in that kind of stuff, to now seeing it now, we're in that pocket of can appreciate both, but also still see where both sides kind of need each other to meld together and kind of be the perfect product.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like funny things like where like the world champion is in a Survivor Series match and he goes out second on like a technicality and the fans go nuts and they're making like they're booing and stuff. And I'm like thinking if that was now, You'd be like, I can't believe you're championing out of the match.
ESPN would give it an F minus.
Right? It's a funny take to watch, but I gotta click this one. It made me laugh. Right at the moment, WWE is junior, Disney Junior, AEW is Disney. I don't know what to. How do we take this as far as who's worse in the scenario?
I'm Lizzie McGuire, and you're watching the Disney Channel right now. Right. Is that what we do with this? Like, what was good? What?
I don't know. How many needles and syringes do they throw up on the Disney Channel?
Yeah, family friendly. Thumbtacks and feet, family friendly.
Yeah,
choking somebody out with a plastic bag, family friendly.
Yeah, I mean, I got a grown man kicking another man in the head as we speak. Not really Disney Junior. Like, it's this idea that they don't bleed all over the place like John Moxley somehow makes them Junior. No, it's like,
well, and I mean,
fucking AEW is Disney.
They are with ESPN, who is owned by Disney. So if we're going transitional connective tissue,
yeah, but AEW is more like Disney After Dark. Like, come on, what the fuck are you talking about?
It is Snick. It is Snick at night.
Right. You know what Disney is that AEW currently is not? Mainstream.
Oh, AEW is more Spike TV. Yes, it is. I went for the man show would for sure follow up AEW on Spike TV or Deadliest War for sure. WWE was on Spike TV for a minute. AEW would be the perfect fucking shit for Spike TV right now. And it still existed. Bar Rescue, Man Show, Deadliest Warrior, all that. House of Ways to Die. Yeah.
What was the basketball with the trampolines?
Trampoline? Slam Jam or something like that or whatever. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, let's go.
The first network for men. Yeah, because that's what men needed.
Right. Oh. Yeah.
Two grown men haters. Pathetic.
Two grown men haters? What the fuck? What? Oh, someone's on the sauce tonight. I can see. No, you can't.
Right. Oh, J-Boy out here. CM Punk. CM Punk.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we already got that. We know you're pushing 40, Nick. No, thanks. I'm 37. I'm Patrice Bergeron.
Yeah. My claim to fame is I'm still younger than Tony Khan, so fuck y'all.
Well, no, you said it out there that, I'm still, twice your age out here, allegedly. Yeah, first of all, we're fucking pleasantly plump, motherfucker. Cartman's mom. As Cody reaching for the tag on Randy.
Right.
Have we even given an actual pick? I don't think we have.
Yeah, I don't know. If I had to pick a team, I'll say Cody, Randy. Cody turns on him after they win.
Cody?
Oh my God, that didn't look good at all.
Braun Breaker looks like he doesn't know his own strength.
No, I broke it.
He's a toddler that just grew up into an adult's body.
Right? I broke it in your toy.
Well, that was Obafemi. I'm sorry, I broke it in your toy. I love little Michael.
Right?
I prefer being husky. Yes, 100%. More cushion for the pushing, motherfucker. Yeah, I'll wait on you.
That.
Oh. I was trying to put over Bronson, but now you feel like Stewie Griffin following around, husky people with a trombone, waiting for them to fall over and everything. But has the Vision done more for Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker than it has for Seth Rollins?
Yeah, in the sense that Seth was already established, right? So, I mean, it instantly made these guys, like, it took Braun from, like, he's going to be a star to, holy shit, he's a star now. And I think it's done wonders for Bronson, who we weren't really sure about. Nice.
Well, he had to come back from double ankle surgery, so we were wondering how he was going to do after he was doing well, because he was out there. Could you imagine if Bronson Reed, instead of being in the Division, was still part of the MFT?
Right. Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. Oh. Cody on the bottom row.
Is it an issue with you that the Brawns dissect their opponents, like should win by all intents and purposes, but never do?
A little bit, maybe. I mean, you need them to look strong, man.
Should they be a tag team champion? Like if they're tag team champions and Seth's world champ, they kind of rule the roost, right?
Right. I still want to know how we're man haters. This is my favorite comment of the night. It's hilarious. You man haters.
Are we men who are haters, or do we hate men?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Right. We need to break it down into syntax and context and everything.
Yeah.
No, you can have that label what I'm mad at.
Right. He gets comment of the night, folks.
Who?
Cody Rhodes.
Every time you try and go into Cody Rhodes, like the Roman Reigns, it sounds more like Tony Khan. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. Misfit Wrestling. One thing I will appreciate with the per shows next week is that they're at 8 a.m. Eastern time and not 5 a.m. Eastern, like Elimination Chamber and Super Showdown.
Right?
I don't know. We've been out here for New Japan shows at like 3 a.m. and it's one of those we had to make a choice.
Right? How's this going to go? Yeah, well, it's going to be fun one way or the other, folks.
Well, even then, still, we'll be out here. You know, everybody else might wait till 8 p.m. or whatever. We'll be here live for the SmackDown before and the Raw afterwards.
Right? I'm going to have an intravenous hooked to my coffee pot.
Don't say that. Big Ray and all of them at H&G are already saying that we don't, leave the fucking chairs or anything like that. They were like the some Asmon Gold and we don't have lower bodies and everything. So don't be saying you got to hook up a, thing in there.
Men on wrestling. Pause, maybe. Men haters, Meltzer haters, because Meltzer's not a man.
Is it all just is it a spin on the man show, the Woman Haters Society or
something? Ma'am. Let's be what was it? On
Men Against
Children. Yes, ma'am.
Wrestling for life.
Let's go.
Man haters or the Meltzer haters.
Reed going off. Are we gonna get it?
We're out here. We're Viscera and Mo.
RK Tsunami.
We're men on a mission. RK Tsunami.
Men on a mission.
Have you ever RKO'd an orca?
I don't kiss and tell, bro.
Free.
One time and tequila was involved.
Superplex. You've heard of a donkey show, but have you seen a whale show?
Yep. Cody back in.
Imagine, yup.
Yep.
I got the ticket stub saved on my wall.
Right.
Oh, Cody in the ring post.
Oh, tight reversal. Made it work, though.
Why did tight reversal break me?
Oh, through the barricade. Braun's going to kill somebody. He is a projectile. He has the same offensive strategy as Darby, but triple the mass.
Literally, he is an asteroid heading to a fucking colossal fucking meltdown here.
He's too big.
Vintage Randy Orton, the drape over DDT. Yeah, no, I didn't even fully think it. He hits what Darby thinks he hits, just with the same, with double the mass and twice the velocity.
Oh, Randy setting it up, but Paul's on the apron. Back door.
Yes.
Stop.
Stop on the Orton as Paul Heyman looked like he was going to kind of do his own tidal wave instead of a tsunami.
Right, that sneaky bastard.
Tsunami! Toi.
And they're really getting Reed over. Like, not that the other guys aren't, but Reed had the biggest climb to make.
Braun versus Roman, or Braun versus Roman, and Bronson versus Randy.
Right?
Yeah, we're the 2-man hate trip instead of the two-man power trip. We're the 2-man hate trip.
The 2-man hatred. Seth Rollins in quite the getup.
I thought it was shit. You had your Jericho. I thought the red leather and everything. I thought for half a second with the black draped hair and red leather, I was like, shit, Seth.
It's Copeland.
It's Roland Mora.
So the Vision victorious here tonight, and Seth and crew.
Yeehaw! Yeah, why does he look like a fucking apocalypse cowboy?
Apocalypse cowboy. Wasn't expecting the wait. Uh-oh.
We're not done.
Seth Michaels. Oh,
I'm just a Sethy boy. Sethy boy.
Seth is like barking at them to go away. Your job's done. Go.
What in the Moxley? No, they're going to turn around and they're still going to. Yeah, because it's still just Seth and Paul.
That's ox blood, Nick.
Whatever
is the right answer.
You can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at. And so
Paul's saying don't do it. Well,
you had said last week backstage and everything of like, I have to beat him. And a lot of people also even questioned, is he tough?
He misses. Paul told him, and Paul's the Oracle. Don't fuck around. You'll find out.
And why is he holding back the Braun and Bronze?
He told him to go away.
Hey, I will at least say this.
That's crazy.
John Moxley will send, the Death Riders away and everything, but still end up victorious, through thick and thin. Seth sends them away and then turns around to eat a crossroads after he didn't listen to Paul. He sent the Wolves away. So I'll at least give him credit for that of,
oh, come on.
He was hubris to a fault.
Yeah, again, pride cometh before the fall. And I think that's Seth's obsessed now with, and I'll give Seth credit. You're making me kind of care about a match that we kind of don't care about. But Seth is so adamant about he doesn't give a fuck about the ring. He doesn't give a fuck about Saudi. He wants to beat Cody. And so that's kind of interesting. Paul warned him, don't do it. Don't go back in because you'll regret it. And I think the lesson here is, and keep this, like, bookmark this, because when there comes a time where Paul looks at Seth and says, I tried to help you, but like I told you not to go back and you did it. I told you this, you didn't listen. This will be one of the things that Paul uses against Seth when Paul and Seth are no longer Paul and Seth.
For sure with that. I hadn't even thought about that. I was in my own head of, hey, WWE, you're the masters of video packages and everything. And I want this edited on my desk post-haste tomorrow morning, if so possible. You have the whole little tie-in of Seth and Cody saying, I thought you were my friend. I was never your friend. You think you're special. You do. I can see it in your eye. Does it get a little of that vibe of like, because Cody is what now, 3-0 out here on Seth. If he out there, he beat him with a purple titty and everything. So Seth, I need to beat you, Rock. I need to do it. So that goes into the whole I need to beat him. He will stop at nothing to I need to beat you right now.
Absolutely, folks. Remember, we take a rating out of 10 on every single show, and we're here for all your favorite wrestling. Get in the chat. Let us know what you like, didn't like. We'll click through a few before we go to bed and enjoy our weekend. But 8.5 from Mr. Quake. Not bad. I mean, an interesting night as far as a rating goes. I give it a 9. Damian Priest was living La Vida Loca. Very interesting.
I don't know how I feel about you, Christian, about after all these Dragon Balls questions and everything. So,
right, 8.5. Crossroads 8. A lot of a lot of the fans are content.
it was way better than last week for sure. Mm-hmm. In ring at a bare minimum.
2-man hater trip. Let's go. Boston saying 7.5. All right, the rating for SmackDown. I mean, again, it was an interesting show. It went really fast. I think I'm 7.5. Not bad. Like a B minus.
7.5. Oh.
7?
No. Why are you going down? 8. 8.5. Like I was gonna say, we sat there and we're praising the whole first match and everything.
Yeah,
I don't think they missed too much of a hit, hop, skip, and a jump. The most you can maybe say is, hey, the main event was a little blase. So if you want to dock at some points there, and I said dock, not Dawkins, because we had that whole segment too. But yeah. I think it was a good SmackDown. It was far better than it was last week. And
it was better than
I can only hold you on what you just did.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I said, I can go 7.5. Yeah, like a B minus.
Well, fair. It's we're at least out of the sea doldrums.
Right.
So WWE, Monday Night Raw, NXT, Friday Night SmackDown. Top 3 in order.
NXT, Raw, SmackDown.
Shit.
NXT was really good this week. A lot of fun. And then Raw, I thought was, SmackDown then Raw. I thought SmackDown was better than Raw this week.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, fair enough. I was going to say, to me, it's SmackDown's working against itself, and it's doing a lot better than it was. And that's still we're in a B territory across everything this week. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like tonight was a really good show. I think the good stuff was good. There was some stuff, but I think what they did well was even some of the, like you said, we didn't get 20 minutes of Cody rambling. They cut that off quick, got to the point. You're right. Sammy and Malachi was a good match. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, the tag match overachieved. I thought that was a really good match as well. But yeah, I think 7.5 is fair. Some lighter stuff in the mix, but 7.5.
8. I cannot go lower than an 8. And again, I think it's even. We had Solruka and Zari out here. Like we had good matches, really across the board. Like that's the thing is, they relied finally on a lot of in-ring action, and their in-ring action delivered. Like again,
yeah,
it seems to be the issue with WWE's. Your main event might be your weakest match and your weakest moment. Yeah. So that's the issue.
Right. I want to sit down with like somebody like Eddie. Like we have some familiar faces that like to circle around. They hate the WWE. I'd almost want to sit down, like watch an episode with them and go, okay, how do you feel about this? Like you get a match like Sammy tonight. Why don't you like this match? And why do you like Rio Mercedes Moné?
Now, but see, if you're gonna do that, then you got to sit there and watch through like an episode of like Dynamite or Rampage and everything. We'll go and rewatch Rampage.
Yeah, right.
And you got to do fair is fair. And like, all right, so what don't you like here? So what don't you like there?
Yeah,
and like, break it down both sides.
Yeah,
that might be. If we can make that be a thing of
right?
Like WWE versus AEW watch along,
right?
Like tribalism.
Yeah, a tribal watch along. Like,
yeah, but I also don't want to encourage the tribes. But yeah,
well, they're gonna be there no matter what. But it'd be just funny of like, why did you like this? Okay, why didn't you like this? Because that guy's an idiot. You're like, shit.
we'll do it and just write in your notes, and we'll just have to like read them out.
Well, speaking of reading out, ladies and gentlemen, that is SmackDown. It is done for the night. We might surprise you with something this weekend, but if not, we will definitely see you on Monday for Raw. Punk is back, Roman is back, Lyra rocks, and so much more. Back at normal time, 7:30, the Go Home Show for Crown Jewel. Follow all our socials. Our socials are fun. Lots of good debate on our socials. Go check out all our socials. Go check out all of our platforms, including Twitch and Discord. But that's the show. That's a crazy week in wrestling, and a good one by SmackDown Standard tonight.
Take a shot every time this man said social. So great. So many socials out there. So many platforms. The best platforms. We're on them. But no, 100% of it, again, from the tippy top, from Monday Night Raw was fantastic. We've got Invasion. I'm still not getting acknowledged Showdown because even Santino couldn't get me over with saying fucking Showdown. And then that's going toe-to-toe. I told you so with Title Tuesday. Friday Night SmackDown actually finally managed to seem like they're putting their shit together. But yes, so be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you better put that full life with it.
See you on the flip side. Have a good weekend if we don't see ya. Good night.